the Hall of Fame. Big box, say yo.
Y'all must have forgot.
Y'all must have forgot.
In the booties. Attention. Yeah. Friends came in at 1. This is a mega weekly wrap up.
It's paydays.
Judge on the panel.
Very competitive.
CHANN.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah, shot.
Fight.
Yo, how you going? This Leah Dishan, rep nonetheless, and welcome to, we are at the weekly wrap up Shiggity Show. We in the Buddhism. Ding, 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 ding. What up, girl? Kaboom. What up, guys? We're back. We're here. We're here at the weekly wrap up Shiggity, shiggity, what? Shiggity, shiggity show, honey. Shiggity show. Give me 1 minute. 1 minute. Hang on. 1 sec. No. Yeah, it's one of our special guest panelists. Okie doke. So, you know, as we do, we got to do the members only roll call. Yeah, that's what we do. Okay, let me turn it off. Many a distraction here, isn't there, in the world of Shan. So we have. Let's get a bit closer. We have Matt G in the Buddhism, Donald Banks in the Buddhism, Adrian Nicole Gorgeous in the Buddhism, and the Boiler Room in the Buddhism, T Fatty, love you Fatty in the Buddhism, Boxing God 7 in the Buddhism. Let's get this snappy in. Nephew, for real, what up, Neff? In the Buddhism. Freezer in the Buddhism. Hesse in the Buddhism. King Boxing, what up, Lady Chan? In the Buddhism. Don 1983 in the Buddhism. Ricky Ricardo, mi hermano. En el edificio, ya tú sabes. Modern King Boxing, in the Buddhism. Mark Niggity Nash TV, what up, Mark? In the Buddhism. Zara K, what up, girl? In the Buddhism. Leon Fever, in the Buddhism. Don't touch your bum, in the Buddhism. Stephen T, in the Buddhism. The queen that never fails, it's my sister Lisa Bales, in the Buddhism. Nestor Bedford, what up, Nez? In the Buddhism. What up, blood? What up, gangster? Retro boxing and documentaries. What up, blood boxing? In the Buddhism. Conchornery. In the Buddhism. Harlem's finest, my sister R to the left. In the Buddhism. D-Star boxing, mi hermano también. In the Buddhism. AJL Day. In the Buddhism. Charlo. In the Buddhism. King TJ. In the Buddhism. Upload type el primero en el edificio. Ya tú sabes. And last but not least, Wales' finest, Dr. P. In the Buddhism. Okie dokie. Let me just get this banner. She is I and I am her. Oh, so we got the banner going across. You know, we can hit the Cash App. We got Cash Apps for my American familia, $. There, $, CHANNAHOLICS. And so let me just do the new banner. You know, hope you guys have had a good day today. My day started early, you know, just cooked a bit of food, whatever the weather. I wanted to see if I could just get one that was already kind of done. Okay, yeah, there's one here that kid already kind of done. Yes, I hope you guys have had. What's you lot's weather saying? Because God, ours is a bit, well, it was mild, but I mean, it's a bit dry. It was sunny, but I mean, temperatures are extremely mild in between either just consistently raining. It's a weird one because usually, you know me, I'd be complaining. So I can't get it right. God just said, you know what? You lot always just complain. So just, you know, you just get what you're given. Okay, Deontay Wilder. Have I got that right? Says he ain't retiring. Not retiring. This is what I'm hearing. So, you know, God, this guy's a glutton for punishment, in my opinion. But hey ho, who am I? After loss to Zang. Oh mate, have we got to chop it up with some great panel members? And yeah, I'm excited. Okay, so that's done. This undone. Okay. I do so much stupid things. Shan, sort it out, love, sort it out. Okie dokes. So, without further ado, me. Such a dickhead, didn't I? I'm introducing. 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 It's the former two-time heavyweight champion of the world, campeón del mundial, en el edificio, in the build, dizzy. Terrible Tim Witherspoon, HAL Day, OG boxing beats and rhymes. In the build, dizzy. Ding, 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 ding. Let it down. Kaboom.
How you doing?
Hey Tim, hey champ, what's up?
Hey, I'm feeling good. I rushed. You know, I was kind of late. I said, "Whoa, I got to be on the show." I was doing cardio.
No, you all right, because I was about 10 minutes off of starting, and my intro takes a few minutes, so I knew that you was coming. I knew you was coming a little after. Thank you very much. I love it,
and I love your rapping. Whoa.
Thank you.
I'm serious.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate you checking it out. You got to check out, some of the music. I know I've seen you on the gram, and I appreciate your appreciation.
I like that. It seems like you're just playing too. You're just playing. You could do better than that. That's what you was doing anyway, playing around, right?
Which on what you were seeing? I think the one
I
that
think
you
you.
were. I was
Yeah,
at the
the
radio.
one I seen, it seemed like you just was spitting. That's all.
Oh, that was on radio. That was on BBC.
Oh, okay. I seen another one too. I seen another one.
Oh, okay, maybe. Yeah, there's a few floating about there. There's
Yes,
a couple of
yes.
the BBC ones, but I guess it might look like I'm just playing. It's just something when you're used to doing it, it may look like it's a bit easier. I don't know if it is, but I guess maybe whatever. But thank you very much, sir. And we've
Okay.
got our other great panel members. We've got Boxing Beats and Rhymes and AJ all day with the avatar. What up, Joe, guys?
All right.
Hello.
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 What up, Beats?
So what's up?
Hello.
What's up?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Hey,
Hola. Hola, ¿cómo
Yeah.
está?
Remember you was on Beats. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Do you remember you was on Beats' show the other day?
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Bruce? Yeah, so I thought it'd be good. Let's all just chop it up and together. You know,
Boxing need our help. They need our opinion because it's getting sloppy.
Yep. CHANN 10 beats. What up? What up? Gang's all here.
Yo,
All right.
Yo, before we start, Tim, I want to link you to a video that you can watch later. It was a little disturbing.
Of who?
It was with Michael Mora on Fight Hype. And
What did he do? What did he do?
What did he say?
What he done? It's like just to hear he said he had 28 surgeries on his body, and you could see like his spirits, like he's deflated, and like he said he like he's got no money, and it really just it was horrible to watch. Man. It was horrible to watch. Sad, like it's tight. I'll link it in here anyway. It's called.
Yeah. I'd like to see.
Is the video recent?
Oh, hold on. It's called Michael Mora, Sad Story on Being Broke, Entering Hall of Fame, Tells All on Boxing's Brutal Reality.
He's not the only one broke.
I know you guys need pension funds, man. It's sad.
You know what the difference is? The difference is, yeah, like, okay, you might not have a whole load of money, but your spirit isn't broken, which is more important than financial wealth all day.
Right.
It felt like boxing broke Michael. You know what I mean? That's what it felt like. But
Tim's been through that, though. Sorry, I don't want to speak, but he's been through that.
No, it's okay. The thing is with me, you know who made me strong like this? It wasn't my dad. It was my mom. It was a woman. My grandmom, my mom, she was always there for us. I love my dad. He passed away about 10, 12 years ago. But my mom was always there. So who helped me become champion was a woman, not a man. I had a whole bunch of uncles. I got a big family. But my mom was there for us all the time. Cook for us. Made sure we got this. Make sure we got that. So that's right. It was a woman. It wasn't no man. That's who made my family. I got 10 siblings. That's who made my family. All my brothers and sisters are nice and calm like me. And there was a woman that brought us, that kept us on the right direction.
Yep. Shouts out to Ma Dukes and condolences and rest in peace.
She's a doctor. She's a doctor in medicine. She take your heart. Cardio. Yeah. She's retired now. She's retired.
Yeah. Shouts out to your mom, man. And
I'm not going to listen real quick. Michael Mora had little problems, but he got to think about who helped him got there. He got to I'm going to try to reach out to him. He got to let everybody know that he's strong, he this and that. Forget about that money. Forget about this. What about you and your kids and stuff? Let's go forward.
Yeah, keep it pushing. I know. Yeah. Try your best. That's all you can do. You get a day every day to keep trying. As long as you're alive, you can keep trying till you last.
Mike Boy's had a rough go of it. He really has. I remember his fight.
He has what?
He's had a rough go of it. I remember a lot of his fights, from the 90s.
But I mean, so what happened after the defeat to Foreman? What happened to him then?
He bounced back. I think he became champion. He got the IBF belt back. He fought who'd he fight? Beats help me out.
Francois Botha.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, Francois Botha. Yes, yeah, right. Then he
He
lost
tough.
it again
Both
to
of them tough.
yeah.
Both
Then
of them
he
tough.
lost to the Holyfield in the rematch.
Holyfield.
Yeah, I know that. So yeah.
Okay.
So,
Got to come back.
yeah,
Come back.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
born and raised 10 minutes from where Sylvester Stallone made the movie at the Italian market.
I remember
I was raised around Irish. I was raised around Italians and blacks, everything, all this different people. He gonna have to come back, man. Come on, don't forget about you. Forget about yourself, right? And just go head on. So forget about what happened. I mean,
Hey, Bruce. Yeah, get the eye of the tiger.
Try to make some people smile. Try to make some people smile. Try to take care of your kids because they need you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they need
Shout
you.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, encouraging words for sure. But yeah, thanks for linking that up, Beats. Oh God,
That's beautiful. Yup, what he did. Yup.
I'll email it. I'll forward it to you on the email so you can see it.
I'm gonna try to reach out to him.
What is it? A program that it is? Is it a YouTube link, Beats?
No, it's fight hype video.
Oh.
Is it recent? It's recent.
Just a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, geez, really?
Yeah.
I wonder if we should just watch it then. Gonna kickstart and watch it? Have a watch? Let's have a go. Let's have a watch.
I don't mind. Because I remember he talked about this before, if I'm not mistaken. Like a few years back, he was talking about like finances and how he's pretty much left with nothing in percentages, and he broke it all down. He did this a while ago, I think around the pandemic.
Okay.
He going to have this bounce back. We warriors.
Yes.
We warriors. We got to be strong. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on now. Like I told you, my mom got us where we are. Not my dad, not a man. A strong woman.
Right.
Come on, man. We got to. Let's get to him. Let's come on. Come on, go ahead.
Can we get to you? Let's see what's going on with Michael Mora. Let me just load this up. Cue out. Cut out all this advert.
Sometimes you need the right people behind you, right next to you, down the street, down the corner, right across the street. You need the right people saying stuff to you to give you positive energy. Yep.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it just depends. I don't really hear much about him, so I didn't really know what was going on. Because sometimes, now that StreamYard and, YouTubers are quite a lot active, you start to see sometimes like boxers like yourself that we didn't need to, because old media would stop covering you guys once you guys like kind of retired or whatever. But now, with the insurgence of the internet and social media and stuff, thank God we get to reach out and have talks with you guys, and and we're honored, humbled, and flattered that you come to our buildings. So we gotta just keep you OGs all active within the media, get some stuff maybe popping off, and that's all we can do all together as as one, as a boxing community, for sure.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah. Amen.
Be positive. There's got to be positive. Help your brother.
For sure. Okay, so we are going to share this screen and we are going to watch this fight hype. You guys, Ben, you're always cool. I know. So I'll drop you an email, Ben. Don't strike me. I actually speak to Ben from Fight Hype, so should be all right anyway. But I will drop him a note just to say that it was me showing this on my show. So okay. I'm gonna be muted so it doesn't echo back. Let's have a quick listen here.
Let me ask you something, Michael. I know you're still a fan of the sport itself and the fighters. But let me ask you though, because you fought George, you fought Evander. Was there ever a chance to fight Iron Mike, or did that never crossed your path?
It never was a discussion because at that time Mike was away. And so there was never any consultation at all about it. Nothing.
What would that fight look like? You guys would have been about the same size back, in those days. And that would have been an interesting fight, I think.
See, that's it. That's the key right there. I think. I don't. That's a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think like that.
Yeah. But listen, man, I don't want to keep you, but I did have one more question for you. You were with a who's who of trainers. We mentioned Manny Stewart, one of the all-time greats. Benton, Lou Duva, Teddy Atlas, Freddie Roach. You got guys that move around a little bit, but you moved around quite a bit, it seemed like. Why the changes? And
I was a difficult dude to handle. I didn't give a fuck about nothing. I'm going to do it my way, the way I wanted to do it. I knew boxing. And if you didn't like it, bye. That's what I was. I was ignorant. I didn't know any better. I thought I had to be tough. Dumb shit.
What? I'm sorry, what?
Dumb shit.
Yeah. You were young, like you said, you think you know everything.
Exactly.
Who was the best, though? Who was the best that, in your opinion, that you worked under?
There was never a best trainer because every trainer has a special part of them that they let their fighter borrow. They teach them something that they've learned. And that way that fighter can go out there and display it. So they're all special.
Yeah. Well, you definitely worked with a who's who there. But listen, man, again, congratulations on the Hall of Fame. Going in with the late Diego Corrales, Ricky Hatton, Jackie Callan, Ivan Calderon. I know I'm missing some, but I know you weren't expecting it, but I was happy to see your name on there. I grew up in that, I'm 54, grew up in that era watching you and doing your thing. So congrats on that. And will you be out there, I assume, for the big week?
God willing, I'll be there.
Yeah. Well, listen, what's that?
As long as I keep waking up, I'll be there.
Yeah. Well, you look good, man. Are you in the gym now today? Like you look like you're in good shape.
No. I walk. I eat right. I don't want to be no fat dude.
What do you weigh? What do you weigh these days?
I don't know. I haven't been on the scale. I'm probably about 212, 214, something like that.
You got your fighting weight. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, man, thanks for doing this. I hope we could do it again, Michael. And if there's any news that comes through on the union stuff, let's chat about it. And hopefully this will get some traction out there.
All right, Jeff, I appreciate the time. And thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
Okay.
Did he talk about? No, he didn't talk about it there, B.
What was that?
He didn't talk about the. I thought he was going to talk about his issues.
Okay, yeah.
Did you play the whole of it? Did you play the whole of it?
Yeah, that was all of it.
Okay.
He looked older. He looked older than me, and I'm older than him by what, 10 years? How old is he?
Michael Moore must be about what?
60?
60. Yeah, I was going to say that.
So
maybe
56.
Oh,
50.
and I'm 66. He
Well, yeah,
look older than me. Look at my face.
Yeah, I know.
I think I look older than him, younger than him.
Yeah, he looks like he's not. I don't know if it's mentally or if it's a physical thing. He didn't look all,
He do look down. He do look down.
doesn't he?
Yes, he does look down. And
Maybe there was there part 2 to that Beats?
No, like the version I played, it was longer than what you.
Yeah, that was it.
yeah, he
That
needs
was
some
it.
help. He needs somebody by to talk to him all the time. I heard him mention about unions and stuff. That's the kind of stuff I like also. So
Mhm.
yeah, okay, he's down. He's got to come out of it.
Yeah,
You know,
gotta get him
Yeah.
back up.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, but Chan, just right quick. Do yourself a favor. I'm sure Beats knows about this, but Michael Moore was absolutely a beast as a light heavyweight. Like this dude was an insanely scary light heavyweight before he went up to heavy.
Then Cruiser. No, he went Cruiser.
I know he skipped past Cruiser entirely.
Cruiser. I thought Michael Moore went Cruiser then heavy.
Oh
Did
no.
Yeah.
I think he went straight to heavy. I think
he did.
He went straight to heavy. Straight to heavy.
Wow, I always thought he went Cruiser then heavy.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, he was WBO light heavyweight champion. I mean, they stopped everybody he fought as a light heavyweight, then just moved up to heavy after that. But this man was a monster as a light heavyweight.
That's a big leap.
Yeah.
Leaping down. Wow.
Yep. Plus, he was WBO heavyweight champion too. He had a memorable fight with Bert Cooper.
Yeah.
I used to spar with Bert all the time. That boy could punch.
I know. Bert was no joke, man.
Him and Oliver McCall. For
Yeah, they
like
were
2 months. I had to box for those guys.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, lady. Go ahead.
Would you say that Deontay Wilder hits harder than those two cats?
Bert Cooper hits hard. Oliver McCall hits hard. Them two dudes hits really hard. Let me say this real quick.
Yeah.
Now, Deontay Wilder, the contenders that he fought wouldn't even get okay to fight guys like me in my era. So the guys that Deontay Wilder fought, the commission won't even okay them to fight me or guys like that. So the guys he fought was like, hey, they couldn't last in our era. If they came, they couldn't last in our era. They can do something.
They were fans, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. That's why I always keep saying this power business is subjective to the level of opponent that you're fighting. If I fought like 10-year-olds, I'm line up 10-year-olds, I'd knock them all out, I'm sure. But I mean, if you match up some girls that are my height, my size, I may not knock them all out. So
exactly.
So it's unfair advantage that Deontay Wilder had. He fought a load of blown up cruiserweights, even the
light heavies, super
middleweights,
even super
and
middles.
one even fought
super
middle. A couple super. Two was like super middleweights.
Oh yeah,
serious?
Yeah.
One was in the 160 and one was weighing 163 or something like that. We was like, yeah, we're gonna finish off the deep dive resume. We've got
not when he fought him though. They wasn't 160. They had to be over 2 something.
Yeah, but they'd just been dragged up. They came up.
Yeah, they came up. They came up to heavyweight, but they'd weigh before in past fights. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. Okay.
No, but here we go. So we'll just give the little short interval. Here we go. In the building. In the building. Yes, we are at the weekly wrap up show. We're always in the mind building. So we've got Terrible Tim, OG, Boxing Beats and Rhymes, and AJ all day. So we're going to chop it up about this 5v5. I'm not sure who caught what caught who, but I know myself and Beats and AJ. We'll go from I guess we'll go from first just talking about the early part of the card. So we had Craig Richard versus Willie Hutchinson. My prediction did not stick. I thought that Craig would stop him being more of the guy that's been in, you know, world title contentions, just fallen flat. Way more experience, but you know, I didn't really know much about Hutchinson, bits and pieces, but not a lot for sure. So I just thought, yeah, Craig's gonna, you know, get him and stop him. I didn't realize Craig's 34 now, so you know, time's ticking. So I'll start with Beats. Talk to us with the. Well, did you predict that one, Beats? That one, because I didn't. No.
Yeah, Craig looked rusty. He looked rusty. You know what I mean? So he done well with the jab, but you know he didn't have the foot speed or the hand speed where he could keep it long, land his 1-2, step to the side. So when he came forward, Willie just pieced him up. His hands were way quicker when he got mid to close range, and it like until it got to the late rounds and Craig really pushed the attack. Willie. He was schooling the fight. He was schooling the fight. I love the end of the fight though, because both of them took some serious hard punches. I didn't think Willie could take that kind of punch, but he took that punch. Craig took some hard punches, and in the end, it was a very good fight. And like on my Google poll, they had it 90% that Craig was going to win, but Willie pulled it off. You got to give him his credit. Go give him his credit.
So it's muted. Yeah. So I wanted Craig to win, but Willie looked good. Did you see that, Tim? Did you watch the first part of the card? You waited till it got to the finale.
You know, I forgot all about the Deontay Wilder fight. Bruce Gas sent me the link, but I forgot about it.
Yeah.
And then I looked at it later. No, wait a minute. I did watch it. Okay.
Yeah, did you? Because it was Frank Warren versus Eddie Hearn, and they had and they had the 5 matchups. So we're just going to quickly go through the first matchups, and then we'll get on to Deontay Wilder and where what happened with him. So AJLJ, what up? Talk to me.
Yeah, Chad, I was with you in that same boat. I picked Craig Richards to win the fight, either by points or by stoppage. But I thought I picked him by stoppage, though. And Beats was right. He looked rusty, awful. Timing was off, rhythm was off, and he just never got into the fight. Okay. And by the the late stages, it was pretty much too late. And I think he did take advantage of Willie Hutchinson's past stamina issues, because they said he never been past the 7th round, and that's kind of when Craig started to have some success. Especially in the championship, maybe 1 or 2 of the championship rounds, he really tagged up the Hutchinson, but as a result, he got tagged up himself. So honestly, you could kind of, just still say that either the rounds were even or Willie, won. But either way, he schooled Craig and won the fight. No doubt in my mind. And credit to Will. I mean, he caused the upset of the night, the first one. And I didn't really argue too much with the scorecards, if I'm being honest. So.
I forget were they wide or were they accurate?
They were pretty accurate. One judge had it way wide. I think he only maybe gave Craig 1 round, but then the other 2 were a little closer. I think one judge maybe gave Craig 3, the other gave him 2, and the other gave him 1. That's what it looked like. So it was a shutout. Yeah.
You're picturing off a shutout. Damn, Craig.
Willie Hutchinson seems to be kind of a braggadocious, cocky character. He kept saying he was pretty. It was kind of cringe, if I'm being honest.
No,
like post fight, it's like, plus the the WBC silver heavyweight title was on the line for this fight as well. So the winner is a step closer to the title contention. But I, based on the landscape of the light heavyweight division, don't really see
Willie Hutchinson being in that landscape.
Yeah, I don't at all.
Hang on, your pictures come off and you bounced out.
What the heck?
Yeah, put your picture back on, but go ahead.
Okay, just give me a sec. Sorry.
Where does Willie Hutchinson fare in the light heavyweight division? Is he just going to be? Do you reckon he's just like a domestic level? Do you reckon he's world level, European, Commonwealth?
Kind of hard to say. I'd like to probably see him again. So until he have him, maybe see him win 1 more fight with a top 5, 10 guy. Then that'll be the deciding factor. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to see.
Yeah, Beats, where do you reckon? Where would you place him?
Well, he's actually been nominated to fight Boatsy for that interim WBO title. So.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has. That's right. Yeah.
Who would you have winning?
After watching that, Boatti would get him late. I think Boatti would get him late.
Yeah.
But it's going to be competitive early rounds.
Yeah. Because he flailed down the stretch. And Boatti doesn't, does he? He's not known to have a shot gas tank. So, I mean, and Boatti's more seasoned Olympian.
I'd like to see it. I wouldn't mind
I don't want to see it though, because Boatti's been a bit underwhelming. So
he has ever since the Craig Spider. It says he fought Spider Richards. He has.
Yeah, I can see your pick.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah. What a great panel, I know. So okay, moving along swiftly. So none of us got that pick. 0. None of us. Yeah. And then after that, was that Nick Ball versus Raymond Ford?
Yeah, that was next.
Okay, so I didn't get that one right. I picked Ray Ford. I do need to rewatch that fight though, because a lot of people did have Ray Ford slightly edging. Like I know a lot of people 7-5'd it. I think people in the boxing community and people that I watch, like boxing pundits, they had a lot of people had Raymond Ford edging it. I always give him this whole title, Raymond. He might just be Ray Ford edging it. But I mean, I don't mind of what it kind of come out with, but that's why I've got to rewatch it, because it was super competitive, super close, and like I said, I just feel that I think Ball did well at the first half for real, and then Ford just kind of took over and just bashed up Ball. His face looked like a mess, so it's tight. So I'd like to watch it back. But who's adverse to what the outcome? Is anybody happy with the outcome? Did anybody see it different? Did anybody see it a win for Nick Ball or not? I can't remember what you said, Beats. I forget.
Yeah, like to be fair, because I was with you. It's like I thought the fight was very close. It probably could either way, but I'd like to rewatch it again as well and personally score it myself. But from the looks of it, it looked like Nick Ball got off to a good start. And I think Ray Ford kind of just made things a little harder than he had to by kind of standing in and trading with Nick when he didn't really have to do that. He could have boxed and moved, countered Nick. And then he kind of came into the mid stages and late and really picked it up and kind of pieced up Nick Ball and hurt him. But great fight all around, though. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind him running it back. But, of course, Ray Ford has to move up. And according to Nick Ball, got the win. But yeah, it's one I'd like to put on the rewatch list and kind of run it back, see what happens.
Yeah.
So,
guys, sorry, go ahead, Beats.
Bad decision, in my opinion. Like, they ignored all of Ray Ford's body work. He did pretty well with the jab. Like, what Nick done, he kept flurrying and throwing in combinations. Even though a lot of them weren't hitting, it was catching the judge's eye because it was dazzling. He's got fast hands and he's explosive. He's short and he makes use of like his short stature by rolling in it, and like he's hard to hit on the chin. But Ray hurt him with some powerful shots, busted his nose, and in the late rounds he was hurting Nick, and the body work went unnoticed. You know what happens sometimes in boxing? When a tall guy throws body punches, the referees, the judges overlook it. They overlook because they expect a smaller guy who's got the disadvantage to jab. They expect the smaller guy to throw body punch. When the taller guy is doing it, sometimes they ignore what's happening. I think that's what they did. It's like they didn't even count the body punches. That's what it looked like to me.
I mean, I always count body punches. They should be counted. They're scoring shots. All right, Tim?
No, I'm listening to him, and it makes a little sense. But I always, tall guy. I was taller than some of the guys I fought. Some of the judges count the body shot if you land it properly. So I understand that's the first time I ever heard something like that. Taller guy, they don't look for body shots and all that. But actually, they do. But it does makes a lot of sense though. It makes a lot of sense. Taller guys and body shots, and they didn't like. I lost to a shorter guy. He threw more body shots. They could really see the body shots for the smaller guy more than the taller guy. But I never saw it the way he's seeing it though. What he just explained to us. because you're tall, they don't expect you to throw body shots, but you know, they taught us how to throw them. Like the taller people, we could throw boom. We do body shots too. But that is interesting. That is interesting what he said.
Yeah. If they, oh Joe, yeah, you can either are you from the US or the UK? You can either join the panel and come and ask your question, or yes, you indeed. If you can give us a call on the phone number as well. Oh Joe, for sure. You are most welcome. Yeah, I don't know. More is a sad story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I need to rewatch it, because I was just like, maybe people's like, oh, maybe they didn't want to give Nick Ball another draw. But I mean, at the end of the day, they shouldn't be judging this fight on what happened in the last fight, if that's what, I mean. If you got to outright win, you outright win. It was a close fight though. But I mean, like I said, Raymond Ford, he's going to move up anyway. He's leaving 126 and you're going to 130. So, you know, he would only have to make another title defense there and ball down again. He said he only balled down for this. He wanted to move up the last time, but he's saying because of it was such a good opportunity
Had to take it while it was there.
Yeah, it had to take it while it was there. So, you know, I'm sure he's going to do great at 130 and do his thing. So sometimes, you know, at least you had your belt. That was his first title defense, wasn't it?
It was.
It's always horrible when it's your first title defense and you lose.
Yeah, at least defend the belt once, at least, you know. I wish, you know.
It's horrible.
A lot of pressure be on you, you know, so.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's always good to win a couple of them, but he lost his first title defense?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so it's always a shame when that happens. Yeah. Yes, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure he'll do some good stuff at 130. We'll see. Eddie's got a good one. I think he's a good fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. You know, he's a 4-star fighter.
He said he's a hell of a fighter.
Yeah, so you know, you never know where if he's going to be a 2-division champ. He might can, you know, see who's up there. Navarrete's up there. Is Navarrete's up? No, Navarrete's up 135 now, right?
Well, he still got the belt on 130 though. So
130,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
So he can go back down. That'd be So then you got O'Shaquie Foster, who's the WBC champion. That's a good fight. I like that fight as well. So.
And who else is?
Who's IBF? Who's got the IBF belt? I'm not sure. Let's see.
Yeah, who was that? Because it was Cordina, then that got taken off Cordina, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, Anthony Kakache's got the IBF. Yes.
That's it, yeah.
Right.
So,
he's about to fight Sugar Nunes, and I think Sugar Nunes is about to beat him.
No, okay.
Yeah. That's Sugar Nunes. He's tough. He's dangerous.
Yeah. When's that scheduled in?
I'm not sure. I think IBF scheduled purse bids, but the fight should happen soon because he has to fight Sugar Nunes next. He's the mandatory for the IBF. So.
Oh yeah, and you know the IBF don't play. Tim, in your time of fighting, what was the major belts? Because I know the WBO wasn't a thing at all. So you had the BA.
I think over in England they made the WBO.
I think it was.
So really, the main belts was the WBC and the WBA, but Larry Holmes wanted to reach Rocky Marciano's record, so Don King kept putting young guys in like me to fight Larry Holmes, and he was almost getting ready to lose that thing with Rocky Marciano beating his record. So I fought him, he almost lost. Another guy fought him, he almost lost. So he got with Bob Lee. Bob Lee lived in Jersey. So him and Bob Lee got together and they created the IBF. And so they created the IBF. And so the IBF was created because Larry Holmes didn't want to fight no more young guys. Because Don King was, you know, putting guys like me in. And so this is where we're at today. That's how the IBF was created, because Larry Holmes didn't want to fight no more young guys, because Don King was putting them in there. And him and Bob Lee, who's the commissioner of the IBF, they created it, and they chose who they wanted to he wanted to defend his title against, but Michael Spinx messed it up.
He was basically trying to extort the WBC. Because he was supposed to fight Greg Page.
Right.
Yeah, but he wanted like ridiculous money, and he refused to do that. So he went with the IBF.
Ridiculous money, real quick. The ridiculous money was to turn it down. He'll get that money, but he put the ridiculous money up there because he really didn't want to fight Greg Page.
That's right.
But if he give him that money, he'll take it and take a chance to fight him. Go ahead, Chan.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because I interviewed Pinklon Thomas, and he told me that he was actually supposed to fight Larry Holmes for the IBF belt. You know what I mean? But they ended up like you saying, like Don King, Robert Lee, they were all in cahoots, and they just gave Larry the belt. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Politics,
because I was supposed to fight Tubbs to give him a rematch because I smoked that weed and got in trouble, and then I took off for like 5 to 10 days, and then Don King called me up and said, "Hey, you fighting Pinklon Thomas?" And I said, "Hey, I stopped training and everything. Hey, well, the fight is on," and that's when I decided to fight against Don and get away from him. And I did fight Pinklon to the distance, but I wasn't in the best of shape. He did a good job. He won the title, and I was glad to get away from Don. And we fought him after that. Went to court and got lawyers and everything.
Yeah.
Did you?
Sorry,
no, go ahead, Beats.
Tim fought Pinklon Thomas for the WBC strap.
Yeah.
Was it a majority decision loss? I think it was it. Or was it a UD?
I can't remember. But you know, he won the fight with a jab.
Yeah,
because,
with a jab,
with a jab and stuff. But I knew if I didn't like knock him out, I was gonna lose. Because Don King was interested in Tyson. He didn't care about Pinklon then. I know a lot of stuff. He didn't care about Pinklon then. Right. But he wanted me out the way too. So that's the way it went.
So did Don, we know Don King took some of your money. He was telling me about the...
Oh, yeah.
So when you took
he didn't take, he never gave.
He just didn't give, yeah.
Right.
When you took him to court, did you win any money off of him?
Yeah, so what happened was my attorneys had him up against the wall. They had some serious stuff. And then my attorneys didn't call me for like 3 weeks. And I said, I thought something was up. And and so there was something on the table for like $1,012,000, $1,300,000. And my lawyers didn't call me. But my lawyers had him. They had him up against the wall. And I thought I said, something wrong because my attorneys wasn't calling me. And then I said, you know what? Yeah. I said, you know what? I better take, because we had him up against the wall. We had all this information, and he was like, he was up against the wall. We was ready to go bang everything out on him. And then my lawyers called me up and said, I think we better settle this. And I was like, what? I said, what are you talking about? He said, yeah, man, Don, there's some things, they start saying things to me. And I said, you know what? Let me just get this money and get the hell out of here. This man is powerful. He know everybody. So I don't know what they did, but I just got out of there quick. I took that money and got out of there because I would have probably got nothing if we would have went further down, because he had all his friends was everybody.
Well,
the doctor, the lawyer, everybody, the judges.
Yeah.
Someone probably spoke to your lawyers and probably said, yo, you know what I mean? Like, we can't let Tim get such a big win. You better, just tell him to settle.
Right.
I mean, because lawyers can be corrupted, you know what I mean? But Tim's case was instrumental in the Muhammad Ali Act being formed.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that was created during the time he was doing that, or just a little bit after that. I think it's during that. It's during when we was taking the court where the Muhammad Ali Act was involved with all this stuff. So Don was scared to death. He was scared, but then all of a sudden I ain't get no phone calls or nothing. I said, yo, man, I better take this money, And so I did it. I wanted to go all the way. Lose or win. And then I thought about it. I said, you know what? Something's wrong. And then I said, okay, let's do it.
So what, you took 1.3 mil?
I think it was 1.5. And then I went home with like 900 and something.
Mm.
Yeah, I went on with 900 and something. And all the people that stood on my side, I gave them a little bit. And then I just messed that money up, guys. I just messed it
Yeah,
up.
I was going to ask you that. So
Yeah.
what did you do? Why you
Well,
ended up financially not stable after?
well, everything was going real fast.
Mhm.
Partying and stuff. And they're partying and people want to come around
Yeah.
and I blame it on me. I blame it on me. I'm not what I'm gonna blame it on everybody else because I was a man. I'm right now. If I would get money like that, I would just put it away, take care of the kids. I did take care of the kids. I even had 20,000 in Dean Witter and 15,000 in 20 in Vanguard, 15 in Dean Witter. Hey guys, and I took the money out. Don't you know that I would have maybe about 10 million if I would have left the money in? I didn't trust nobody.
Wow.
I went and took the money out. They was begging me not to. Dean Witter and Vanguard, they said, no, Tim, don't leave this money in there. I wish somebody would have put a clause in there saying I can't touch the money.
Take it out, yeah. And then it just basically dwindled and dwindled. You just kept spending it.
I bought a house real quick. I bought a house, paid for, and now those houses are going for 800,000, almost $1 million. And I sold it. There was people coming to my house with guns, and I had my family, my brothers. We had guns. They didn't know who was in back of me. It was just people knocking on the door. Hey man, you got to go meet with Don, or you got to meet with this guy so we could try to straighten this out. My kids couldn't even, but we couldn't even. We had to go to an apartment. I had to rent an apartment. We left on the weekend to go to this apartment, and then we came back when school started on Monday. So Friday we leave to go somewhere else. I was paying for an apartment and the house. No, the house was paid for. Then we would come back.
Yeah.
Then we would come back. It was just too much. And now we all okay. It was all bullshit. Now my kids are good. Everybody's doing good. And we just got, it made us stronger. That's all.
In the Buddhism. There should be some fund. There should be some kind of retirement fund for fighters. Like,
can I just ask Tim this? Like,
yes.
Because, like, all right, after you lost the second fight to Bone Crusher,
yeah, I gave it to him. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like, Don basically owned the whole of the weight division. You had all the heavyweights under contract. You couldn't get no big money fights after that as well, really.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was paying everybody else. Everything was like quiet. None of the guys even say how much they was getting.
See, but there's a story like Muhammad Ali told you, like with King Lindley, he says, "Yeah, I know you ain't getting that money. We're done."
Oh, you remember that? Yeah, so we were in England, and when I was ready to fight Frank, and that's what Ali said to me. He said, Ali said, yo, you're not gonna get paid that good and all that. Ali, he was going I was his sparring partner, and he was like, let me say, yo, you're not gonna get all that money. And I was like, damn. And I still won the fight. I won it. Ain't that something? The greatest was telling me that.
You know what done to Muhammad Ali, Tim, yeah?
Huh?
Like, you know what done to Muhammad? I can't remember after what fight it was, but Muhammad weren't well. His health wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So he was in hospital. And Ali had a lawsuit pending against King to get some of his past earnings. So Don sent two guys with a suitcase, and they said, sign this and you can get this money, but you have to drop the lawsuit. And they gave him a few thousand, maybe a couple of hundred, and like the lawsuit millions. And like Ali gave up, like the
I remember that. Something like that.
Case, they started crying because Ali gave up millions just for a few thousand.
I remember something like that. Yep.
Yeah. Signed it
off. Yeah, I remember.
Sorry, I hit that on accident, the laughing thing.
I remember because I was sparring with Ali all the time. He went to Indonesia with me when I fought over there. He flew on the plane. We were really cool. Like I told everybody, me and Aaron Snowell, he was one of my second trainers. We were spying on his wife, and I love Veronica Force. We cool and everything, but he sent us around like about 2 miles from where we was training at to find out if she was like dating in this guy's face. We caught him and we saw what they were doing. We went back and picked Ali up in our car. We drove Ali. The place was called, I forgot what it's called, and we drove around from his nearest camp. We drove around there, walked into the club, and so we went in there. Me and Aaron went in there and said, "Oh, right there." So we went back and got Ali. He came into the club, and when he came in and started walking toward, we said, "She right there." And said, as soon as he started walking, they parted like Moses parted the water. Remember Moses when he parted that water?
Let's see.
And then at the very end, Veronica was there dancing with the guy, and I felt bad about it.
What did he do? What happened?
He took her to the camp. He took her back to the camp, and Muslims, I guess they disciplined or something. I heard he took the strap and whipped her on the leg a couple of times. True story.
Discipline.
Yeah, and I felt bad because I was cool with Veronica and the kids, Layla and Hannah. They were little babies. Remember Lady the boxer?
Yeah, Layla Ali.
We used to see her every day. She's a little baby, quiet. She was quiet, and Hannah, she made all the noise. Hannah, they was beautiful kids, and now she grown. She grown and everything. So me and Aaron Snowell did that, and I felt bad afterwards. But you know, what can I say? I was listening to the greatest. He made us do it.
Wow. Yeah. Now that's a wild story. I didn't know all of that. So and
that's what happened in the camp.
Damn, he was cheating.
That's deep.
Yeah, that's.
He trusted us real quick. He trusted us because of Jeremiah Shabazz. Jeremiah Shabazz is one of the Muslim brothers, imams from Philly, and everybody respected him, and he was serious. And so that's one of the reasons why I did it too. Just one of the reasons why I had to do it. I had to do it because Jeremiah was really respected in Philly. As far as I was talking about, Jeremiah Shabazz was real serious.
Whoa. Wow. And then, so what happened that they stayed together? Did they divorce him and Veronica? Because he had a couple wives, Ali.
I really don't know what happened after that because I think he was training for the Larry Holmes fight. Right. He was training for the Larry Holmes fight. And after the Larry Holmes fight, I don't know what happened because he was weak. He should have never fought Larry Holmes.
Yeah.
And we knew that in the training camp that he was weak and stuff. Yeah. So, yeah.
I'll tell you who followed me on Instagram that she set some fire emojis on my spitting thing. Spinx's wife.
Oh,
What's her name? I don't know her name.
Not the one that he's with now, right?
Yeah, the one he's with now.
Oh, what is her name? I seen her about a couple of months ago. They was together.
Cool, like Spinx's wife.
You're talking about Michael Spinx, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Leon Park.
Yeah, I was with Leon too. What a nice guy. Leon was beautiful. Yep.
Yeah. She was liking the spitting, the rapping, like you lot call it rapping. Yeah. But I looked on her thing. She's called Spinx's wife on there, but he has got her name. But I forget her name. But shouts out.
Is she kind of heavy? Is she kind of heavy?
Oh God, don't get me in the corner like that. I don't know. I don't know if she's heavy.
Because I've seen them like 3 or 4 times in the last 7 months. I was with them. She's a really nice person.
Yes, it's lovely. I followed her back. Let me see. Because I was quite shocked actually. Spinx.
Yeah, he's quiet. I was his sparring partner too. For a lot of his fights, I was Eddie Mustafa Muhammad's sparring partner. They all called my trainer. They all called my trainer and brought me. That's where I know a lot of stuff because they would call my trainer in, and my trainer would help a lot of different people. Mike Rossman, the Jewish bomber, won the light heavyweight champion of the world. He stopped Victor Galindez. That who trained him was Slim Jim Robinson. My trainer taught me everything.
I didn't know that.
Remember that?
Yeah. Mike Rossman. Yeah, he lost the title.
He was whipping everybody behind.
Yeah. He lost the title to Dwight Muhammad, didn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
I remember Rossman.
Did you say rascal?
Rossman.
No, right. Mike Rossman.
Oh, I thought you said that rascal at first. I know him. That rascal.
Okay.
Yeah. This is I found her. I'm going to show you guys. No, she's in good shape because she does. She looks like she trains and stuff.
Who's that?
Spinx is.
No, we're not. No,
Christy
the last.
Spinx. Christy Spinx.
No, that's somebody else. He's with somebody else now. And she is.
Well,
She don't look like she trained or not. I know her now. I forgot.
she's
Uh,
higher run boxing superman license.
she's
Spinx
his
is
agent.
boxing. No, she's his. Well, this is his wife. There's her with him in pictures. There's Don King here.
That must be how long ago? How long?
I don't know, but she's put up pictures. Spinx Jinx boxing. Throwback Thursday. I had too many straps to hold. This is Spinx in that order. Five
Can we
times.
see a picture of her? You're not allowed
Yeah,
to do that.
Yeah, I'll get it. Let me just cue it up. Yeah.
All the way up.
All the way up. And you can't stay up. Spinx called literally Spinx Jinx boxing, but Spinx.
She
White.
handles his business also.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Christy-
handles a lot of his business too.
Christy Spinx.
Whoever I don't think that's her name. I don't think the one that handled the business. The last time I seen him, she does business while she does business while we at. You got a picture?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oops.
Okay.
Let me get up right here. Oh, you don't.
Yeah. Here we go. I did like 5 events and that's not her. Okay, point to her. Which one?
Her. This is her.
Nah, that's not Spinx's wife now. No, that's not
Well,
Spinx's
she
wife.
said her name. She said Spinx's wife. Look.
Yeah, that's not her.
Spinx wife to 5-time world boxing champ.
Christy Spinx. Nah, that's not.
And then
I forgot her name.
This is her other page.
Yeah, I was with them the last. In the last 6 months. I was with them 3 times. That's not her. I forgot her name.
Listen, she's married. This is her husband. Listen, he's married her.
No, that's Spinx's brother.
This is the little.
Spinx's brother.
Yeah, I just
That's
realized.
Corey.
The little one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. God, I nearly had them in a divorce, didn't I? Well, she married her now. Yeah.
I forgot her name. God, dog.
I don't know. This is her, Spinx. This is Spinx Jinx boxing. Who's she got on here?
If you find a picture of Michael Spinx, you'll probably see her.
I saw Michael Spinx the other day on whose channel was he on?
But if you find some of his videos, you'll probably definitely see because she stays right next to him. She stays right next to him.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's somebody else.
Spinx. Yeah, it's Corey Spinx's. Yeah.
Corey. Corey. He was
Passed away. Corey Spinx, Michael Spinx. I saw Michael Spinx on something. I can't remember who's.
I forgot her name.
I don't know.
I be forgetting names, man.
Yeah, that's his wife there.
She does more of his business for him, Mike. She handles all his business.
It doesn't have him linked.
If you find Michael, you'll probably definitely.
Let me see if I can find it through the hashtag.
What's her name?
But is that his page? Let me search.
And Mike is so quiet. He just sit there. He's real respectable. He's a nice brother. His wife just handle all his business. She's like a short, she's kind of not heavy. And she handles all his business.
Yeah.
She's like light-skinned.
Yeah. Have I spelled it name wrong? It's Spinx. Spinks.
Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah.
Michael Spinx.
While we sitting around talking too, she trying to get that. One of Deontay Wilder's main problems was his defense, and when he got hit with that shot, and you'll see it, his left hand was low, and he got hit with that shot. But then I saw some other video where they showed he didn't even get hit with that other shot. He didn't even get hit with that first shot.
Well, the first right hook, it grazed, but if you're getting grazed by someone that weighs 282 pounds, a graze is. I think.
I don't see if air can hurt you like that. It looked
they
like
didn't do the homework, man. They didn't do their homework on that guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they didn't.
He's a southpaw. Like, wow, I've watched him loads of times. When he starts moving to his left, he's trying to sucker you. Okay, look, I'm moving to my left. Then pow! He'll hit you with the right.
Because he did that to Joyce. Yeah. He hit Joe Joyce, stopped Joe Joyce.
That's how he knocked out Joe Joyce. Yeah, that's how he knocked out Joyce.
Joe Joyce don't have no defense. He's big and strong. He's a nice guy. No defense. That's an automatic knockout. You know, Joe could take a punch, but
defense. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was the guy that got by off his chin, more or less. I mean, he's literally saying before the fight, the play on the Mike Tyson quote, nothing happens. He said everybody has a plan until they hit me in the face and nothing happens. Oh, really? Well, that didn't go that well with Zang, now did it?
Listen, to this day, Wilder.
Still fighting to this day. To this day. To this day. You just sit here, you don't know what I'm.
Please get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
Listen, the words from this guy here.
And lastly, Ray, Wilder coming back, our American heavyweight coming back on the 15th. Is it hard to come back from a KO loss and still be
No, what
yourself?
is hard to come back is you gotta learn how to fucking box before you come back.
Thank you, Ray.
well, would it make it easier if you had defense and offense, and nobody talks about defense on television, on these podcasters? Everybody talking about throwing punches, and when you talk with me, I'm talking about both of them because that's what I was taught. Defense is just as important as offense, and you could tell in that fight because when Deontay Wilder threw that right, his left hand was low. Now, if they would have been practicing camp to keep his hand there when he threw that right, he would have caught Zang thing, could have countered back. These guys don't know these things. They don't know it. My old time trainer taught me all this stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know?
But let's talk about this. So in your opinion, seeing how that fight went, and you saw him fight Joseph Parker. Well, he didn't. He just got beat down for 12 rounds in his ragdoll.
Joseph is strong.
Yeah. Do you think that Wilder should retire because he's supposedly not retiring, saying that he's not going to retire? Is this an ego thing, or is it? Listen, mate.
He needs somebody to show him defense. I never thought it was over for him, but they was messing his legacy up by not getting the right person in his corner. I love Malik Scott, but his problem is what? He got hit. Defense.
Yeah, Malik Scott, he needs to go somewhere. He's not the guy for him, but let's go.
Round 1, fight.
Let's break it down. Yeah, Malik Scott needs to be, he's too methodical, like I said in my report. Too methodical for Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's not bright enough to take in all of these strategies and tactics and a complex game plan. To be able to execute a game plan at the basic level, you need to have basic fundamentals, and he doesn't have them. So
yeah, that's a shame that Deontay Wilder shouldn't really do a whole lot of talking. He was doing a lot of talking because he knocked out guys they wouldn't even last in my era. Some of those guys he should have just been humble and which he was a couple of times. But what he lacked was defense all along, and all these guys, a lot of them, defense, and nobody. He knocked out Malik Scott.
Yeah, I know, but that was a dive. That was a real punch that didn't really hit Malik Scott.
Nobody paid him. He did that on his own.
No, he got paid.
Yeah, maybe he did.
He wanted to be in camp because he wanted to be Wilder's friend. Because at the end of that fight, I remember when Wilder goes up to him and he whispers something in his ear like, I'm like, yeah, you know, your money's coming soon. I don't know.
Yep. I mean,
Wait,
oh, sorry.
Go ahead, H.
So we are talking about the main. We're just going to skip ahead.
Yeah, let's just go to the main.
All right.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Chan, you know my pick for this. I picked Zang to win by KO with stoppage. I figured it was pretty straightforward and no-brainer, to be honest, considering the fact that how Wilder looked last time. I actually gave him the benefit of the doubt last time. I thought he beat Parker. I thought he'd probably just land the right. But I was fully aware that Parker could beat him if he could avoid the right, which he did. But I did pick Wilder to beat him last time. So based off that, and just Zhang's running for him, I just figured he was the much better boxer, fundamental-wise. Bigger guy, a lot stronger. And a couple, with the fact that he's a Southpaw. I mean, so fight begins. A very tedious affair, very cautious. Deontay Wilder's just probing, looking to set up the right. You already know this. I'm sure Zang knew this as well. Just trying to stalk Wilder, cautiously measure, and, looking to land counters. So after an uneventful, first maybe 2 rounds, which you could say Zang won because I think he trapped Wilder in the corner, really started to, just pummel him. More or less, Wilder did well fighting his way out of the corner. And
round 1 was a 10-10 round. They didn't do nothing.
They didn't do shit in that first round. They didn't do shit.
I was like, I gave it to Wilder just because he survived. He got it on sheer survival.
Hey, I got no issue with that at all.
Yeah.
But by round 3, the fight started to pick up a bit. I can't recall if it was in round 3 or 4, but actually just Zang timed Wilder. He do the right, and he actually caught Wilder with a counter check hook of his own and kind of spun him around. And by that point, you knew the end was near. Wilder, I think at this point Wilder tasted the power, and he's just in full out survival mode pretty much. I mean, he knew what was coming. And then out of Wilder's credit, he got into the fight in round 5. I think he landed a straight right on Zang and kind of backed him into the ropes. But I had a theory that Zang could take whatever Wilder had. Honestly, I think he could, and he just walked right. Yeah. He just walked right through his shit. He just ate that shit at all. Didn't even bother him.
Wilder just after Wilder realized that his right couldn't hurt him, Wilder was like, damn, I'm doomed.
Then Wilder throws the same shot again. This time Zang connects. It kind of grazed Wilder a bit, but given the fact that Zang's such a big, strong man and he hits hard, he kind of sent Wilder into the shadow realm for a brief minute. He took a step in. He wasn't fully in just yet. And so then he came back out, and Zang made fully sure that okay, there you go, bop over straight right, that right down the middle, and sent him fully into the shadow realm. Now I cannot believe Wilder actually got up, he beat the count. I thought he was out cold after that shot.
Round of applause for getting up, I do.
But thank God the ref did the right thing, because if the fight had continued, he would have been put in a coma.
How did you get up? How did he get up?
How did he even beat the count after that?
What he lacks in sheer fundamentals, he has got heart.
That's what I said. I said the same thing. I give the guy a lot of shit, but he's got a top tier heart. He is not lacking in the heart department.
If his fundamentals matched his heart, no one could be able to stop him.
Exactly.
He's unstoppable. But if he had the fundamentals that matched his heart, but God, the dude is. How did you get this far in this sport? Well, we know we're going to go into that as well. Let me just remind people that just before, and you can dive back in, we are on the weekly wrap up. Shiggity, shiggity, what? Shiggity, shiggity, That's right.
But but thankfully the fight was waved off when he got to his feet, because he was in no fit state to continue. It's like the same thing that would happen to Ngannou in the Joshua fight would have happened to him had that fight have been allowed to go on. And as far as Malik Scott goes, I think at this stage, no matter what Wilder decides to do, I think he should retire personally. But whatever trainer he has, it won't make a difference. Honestly, Malik Scott was never a good option. You got this guy saying that, Wilder has better boxing skills than Muhammad Ali. Dude, put the fucking crack pipe down, saying shit like that. What the hell's wrong with you?
I know.
Get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
He hired a trainer that he knocked out.
What Malik Scott? He's a yes man and his friend. That's what he is. This guy's a yes man.
Well,
yes, man. Plus, who took a dive? He took a dive in that fight against Wilder. It's clear to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was a bad decision and showed how much experience that Wilder corner and people around him had. And like real quick in the beginning, with the fight with Zang, right? Wilder had his lead hand out, holding him. And the reason why and you guys seen him keeping his hand out like that, right?
Yep.
That's a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
That's a mistake. He has to let his opponent commit so he could counter. So instead of holding his hands out here, he should have let Zang throw more punches and so he could block him. But Malik Scott, whoever, don't work on defense, guys. This is real science I'm talking about. I would have let Zang throw the punches. So by the time Zang throw the punches all around here, by the time he bring his hands back, you should be able to counter him. But Malik is not a teacher. He's not like that. So when Zang was throwing them punches, was trying to, Wilder actually had his hands out there holding them. That's because he didn't have no defense.
He was pouring with the jab.
Holding his arms.
Yeah, I mean, because the Zang's credit, like I said before, he knew Wilder was going to throw the right, and he was looking to counter his right when he threw his.
Yeah, everybody practiced against that right hand.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows that right hand shit is coming now. You know what I mean? He's been figured out, and that's what Zang was trying to do.
Zang defense wasn't that good either. Go ahead.
No, you're right. It wasn't. I mean, but just credit to Zang because, like, I said he had much better fundamentals than Wilder anyway. When he was a much better counterpuncher. And it showed in this fight. So,
an Olympian, isn't he? So, you know.
Yeah. So, both I think the silver medalist. Yeah. So,
but that don't mean that. But that don't mean that you can train with teach people. You can make the Olympics and still don't have the skills to teach people. I'm telling you, I know.
I mean, it's a shame he turned pro so late. If I'm being honest, man.
Who turned pro late?
Zang.
Oh, okay.
Because he medaled in the 2008, then stayed in the Olympics for another 4 years. I think he should have turned pro like after after the first Olympics.
The 2008 one. Why did for another cycle?
I don't know, man.
He's basic.
He's 41. He's basic. In a way,
you don't see nothing spectacular. You
remember? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to say, do you remember how many average, how many punches per round that you throw on average? Do you remember those stats?
Who, me?
You, not us. We didn't box.
No, I just be going with the skills and slipping and countering.
Do you remember though? On average, was you like? Would you say you's a high? Because I think he was quite more of a higher volume. Everyone's a higher volume than Zhang. Zhang averages about 26 punches per round.
See, that's not bad if you know how to maneuver and counter back. That's not bad if you don't throw a lot of punches because you're trying to figure out the movement of your opponent so you can slip, boom, boom, hit it with a couple of shots. So you can throw multiple punches you'll get tired after like 3 minutes. You'll get tired every round like that. And a lot of boxers that don't have defense does that. But when you got a little bit of defense or a good defense, you can relax more, throw lesser punches, and connect with the slipping. Bing, bang! Like the old times, the bang, bang, right back to defense. So you don't have to throw multiple punches if you got a good defense. You can set your opponent up and get rid of him. Whoop, bang, bang. Instead of ba-ba, 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 and then you get hit, bang.
You're talking an era where the heavyweights could build offense from defense. Wilder's never did that. He never did that.
No, nobody taught him.
Yeah.
That's the key. Nobody taught him defense. And really his offense is just that right hand.
Shame though, because he had Mark Breland in his camp, and he couldn't learn nothing from this guy. You know what I mean? That's what
I love Mark, but he fought just like I love Mark. I was around him. I was in training camp with him, and Deontay Wilder fights exactly like Mark Breland.
Looking for that 1-2.
Your right hand. Mm-hmm. Mark always believed in that right hand, and Mark didn't have
that's
defense.
Not good when you're a heavyweight, but when you're a lighter weight like Mark Breland, what was Mark Breland, a welter? I mean that can work. But if you're a heavyweight and solely relying on the 1-2, I guess it's not the best. But I mean, he still looked better under Mark Breland than he did under Malik Scott. Let's just have that right. He did.
He looked to
he was right. But he was better.
They were similar skills to me. It was similar skills, but he was coming up. When he was with Mark, he was just building up then, and then he lost a couple of fights, and you know, the thing is that it finally caught up with him. It finally caught up with him.
We knew it was going to happen.
But I think that's because he's not fighting scrubs anymore. He's taking on top guys, top contenders in the heavyweight class. I mean,
not the kind of guys that was in my top 10. He was fighting guys. They wouldn't even. No, I love them brothers. They wouldn't even okay the top 15 or 20 to fight me. So if I was fighting in this time and I was young, the judges wouldn't okay for me to fight the guys that he fought. If I was in shape and was young, they wouldn't even let me fight those guys. That's what happened. A couple of guys, they wouldn't let me fight. They said, nah, you can't fight Tim Witherspoon. But now he fought all those guys that in the top 15 that wouldn't even okay them to fight me. I'm just telling you the truth. The top 15 or 20 guys that's out there. Do you know their names? Let somebody tell me some of their names. But you knew every one of the top 20 guys when I fought, you knew their names.
Yeah.
The top 20. From 1 to 20, you knew every one of their names. Now, I only know the first 3. Not even that.
It's a bit dire. The boxing scholar said, Tay said they practice on the counter left the entire camp. Oh, he practiced doing this.
Did he even throw it once?
And to move. I don't know what he
Wait a minute. Tell me what that means.
He was in the Maasai tribe.
What did he do?
He practiced the counter left at the entire camp. I mean, why is an Orthodox fighter who's going to fight a Southpaw concentrating on the counter left? You're supposed to be concentrating on what the punch that he has, which would be right.
He right the straight left. He catch everything with this, and if it comes this way, can't turn like that. Catch everything 1, 2. And
then come with
hook over top. You could throw a hook over top of his lead.
Yeah, but he's
okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so all right. So the counter left though, but that's something. So he's countering back with his left. He's not saying he's doing a catch and shoot with the left. He's saying it's a counter left. So I'm taking. Well, I don't know because I'm not a boxer. I just thought that he's practicing the counter left is meaning when Zang strikes, he's going to counter him with whatever the left.
So Zang throw his right hand. Deontay could go over top of his right hand or stay on the outside here because Zang got to turn into his punches.
Yeah, but Deontay Wilder's not, and he's not like a lefty like that to be. Why would he be focusing the entire camp on a counter left?
He's like left. That's not his dominant hand.
Deontay Wilder throwing a counter left.
That's easy to block. Yeah. If I'm right hand, I'm fighting the Southpaw. All you gotta do is this.
I think all you gotta do is like probe. All Southpaw has to do is probe, but you're right. Just block the shot. Just kind of like move and kind of like move.
So why are you practicing that? So your counter left is that he's not doing any punches in the counter. It's just a catch.
Okay.
I'm gonna call it.
Okay, you talking about Zang throwing his left, right?
No. He's saying, this guy is saying that Deontay Wilder, I may be saying it wrong. I may be saying it all totally wrong. He's saying that what ZHANG, who is basically a Southpaw, will be throwing, obviously, his backhand. It'll be.
This is all you need for that. Go ahead.
Deontay Wilder is practicing in camp a counter of that move. So I thought if Zhang's throwing the left hand, Wilder's gonna. So his counter is going to be what? The countering with the left hand is a block like that and then coming with the right. I just thought that the left hand is going to be there. He's trying to say that Wilder would counter Zhang with a left hook cross.
Yeah, so all you got to do is keep this hand up. That's what knocked him out that's what knocked him out because his hand was down when he threw that right. And that's when Zang hit him.
So what are you saying is the counter left?
He should have been practicing to keep this hand up.
What hand? Sometimes in here, it's we're mirrored wrong. So are you holding up your left hand? Right there.
I'm holding up my left. He's got to practice. Malik Scott should have told him when he throw that right, keep the left up here. Keep the left here so when he feel a punch, he could counter back. So he did this. He dropped this. He dropped this. When he threw that, and that's when he got caught.
So when you block with the left that you're saying, what is Deontay Wilder going to counter with? What's the shot after?
I'm blocking with the right hand.
Yeah, okay, so this is what I'm saying. So this is what I mean. So you've got Deontay Wilder blocking with the right hand and countering with the left with a shot, yeah? Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's not what Deontay Wilder does.
No, he dropped his hand down and nobody was telling him to keep this up.
He doesn't do left hooks. He doesn't do anything. My whole point is, like, if you're fighting a southpaw, I mean, why your whole, whatever your block hand is, whatever, you are going to counter with the right.
No, you're supposed to throw the right. You're more likely to get counter with the left if you if you're catching your southpaw his punches. Okay, but when the southpaw is not throwing nothing, your jab is your right hand.
Yeah.
Not like when you're fighting, I'm a right-hander and I'm fighting another right hand in my jab. Yeah. But when you're fighting southpaw, your jab is your right hand.
I just thought that whatever shot that Deontay Wilder's going to be successful with is because he throws the right hand. On a southpaw, that's just going to be the better way.
And he did land it. He did.
And he landed it a couple of more than a.
But it had no effect. It had no effect.
It had zero effect. What I'm saying is, this camp was silly to be drilling on a counter left solely. If that was
listen, real quick.
I was just trying to understand that.
No problem. Real quick. What was really embarrassing is when Deontay Wilder kept his hands out there holding Zang. That was so embarrassing. You see him doing this, holding them.
Oh yeah.
That was embarrassing.
Because he's embarrassing. Because he's scared. Because he's scared.
Hey. And you supposed to let your opponent throw punches so you can counter. So why hold that out there when you're supposed to keep your defense and let him commit so you can counter and capitalize?
He was pouring with the jab at first. I never really see Deontay Wilder. He tried to pour. But when you're going to pour with the jab, ain't that supposed to then set up the shot afterwards? You can't just pour and do nothing. Like, you're just pouring. So I'm like, oh my God, he's pouring. So something's going to come over the top, whatever, down to the body.
That exposed them. That let everybody know that he don't have a defense. That's why he had his hands out there, because he don't believe in his defense. And he was too scared. I'm not saying scared, but he kept doing this. He kept doing this, holding Zang's arms and stuff. That was embarrassing, guys. He was holding his hands out there. That was real embarrassing. And he should have kept his hand back, let his Zang throw all the way in so he can miss and come forward. That was really bad.
The embarrassment was in the booty. Embarrassing booty. Yeah, that. So, in your opinion, let's ask the panel. Beats, what do you think with Wilder's next fight? Who should it be, or should he hang him up? I don't
know who's going to fight next. I just know I ain't going to pay for it.
Yeah, it's pointless, isn't it? Us doing a pay-per-view for Deontay Wilder to know that how it's going to happen. All right, so
you know he should fight. He should fight Dylan.
He should.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that.
Both past it.
Or Ngannou. Dylan or Ngannou.
Yeah, why not? No. Leave him alone for Ngannou. You want to kill him? Ngannou would kill him. I don't care if he's 0-2. Ngannou would kill Deontay Wilder. He'd kill him.
I do think he need a little bit more experience, Ngannou. But you know what? Deontay Wilder defense is not that good. So I think Ngannou
would kill him, Tim.
Huh?
Ngannou would kill him, in my opinion.
I'm just saying, if you had me in this corner, you'll see a big difference. I'm just telling you the truth.
I don't know if people have been saying this, and we need a new trainer. No, we don't. It's too late. Tim, he's nearly 40.
Listen. I do believe if he was, I seen it done before. If you get the right person,
someone that's got talent.
Well, if you get the right person, it is never too late, because he does have heart. He will throw that right hand. If somebody teach him defense, I do believe he will, and practice defense the whole couple of months.
That should be your drill. Yeah, he did do that. when he was pushed and backed on the ropes, he did shell up, but he didn't counter off the shell either. Like he just stayed.
He didn't shell up good either. He didn't shell up good. He you know, he didn't tighten it up. He didn't tighten it up. He just was all loose. He was all loose and everything, you know.
Horrid.
Yeah.
So you think if he changed trainers, Deontay Wilder could do stuff in the game? Come on, for real.
He'll have a better chance.
Is this you just being because he's American, you're American, you're just saying it from one American to another? Because see, us Brits, we're quite blunt, and you know it. We don't give a fuck. We're just going to be like, hang them up. It's time for you to leave the Buddhism.
I don't care if he's German. I don't care if he's German, whatever nationality or whatever country.
Yeah,
I do believe the problem with him was teaching, because he looked like he never was really taught anything. Now he throw that right hand and knock you out. He throw his hands up, but if you go any further than just the right hand, you'll see that he really don't know how to block punches or nothing. So he got people out, boom, with that right hand all the time. You know.
Well, it was said that Mark Breland said he was uncoachable. He fell in love with the power, and you couldn't tell him nothing by that time.
I love Mark, but Mark was the same type of boxer, just a right hand. I was in training camp with Mark. Mark Breland, and I love him to death. He fights exactly like in the same way he ended his career is the same way Deontay Wilder. Same way. No defense. Mark Breland will get you behind out here with that right hand, but he had no defense.
I remember Mark's last fight with Jorge Vaca. He was training. He was with Emmanuel Stewart, and and Mark got beaten up bad that fight, man. He got beaten
I was with this guy. I was with him in training camp, and Deontay Wilder is a duplicate boxer, just like he fight just like Mark Breland, and that's all Mark Breland can teach. I love him. That's all he can teach. Boom, boom, right hand.
Yeah, but Mark Breland was a hell of a fighter. The best amateur, golden gloves, everything. Like come on, he's a decorated geezer. But Deontay Wilder, you just can't fight like Mark Breland. I get.
They fight just alike. They fight just alike. They fight exactly. They duplicates. They fight. Mark Breland taught him all he know, and that's exactly how Mark Breland fight. But
at least he was winning. At least he was winning then.
Well, Deontay Wilder.
They were still cans. They were still cans anyway, weren't they?
Deontay Wilder won too. Till he met
I mean, when Mark Breland had him, at least Deontay Wilder was still winning. But at the end of the day, the level of competition was just still dead anyway. It wasn't.
I think it was going to meet his maker. Even with Mark Breland, Deontay Wilder still was going to do that. Yeah, that makes sense. You know a lot about boxing, girl.
No, I learn. I try and just learn. I learn on the fly. Yeah,
Breland's big flaw. Breland, like when Stalin mugged him in the first, he didn't know how to tie up at all, man. And
inside game.
Marlon just ragged him and threw him all around the place, and he just like when you got close up on him, like Aaron Davis, he took the fight to him, busted up Mark's nose. He didn't know how to tie up the taller guys. He just
because
3 shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because remember, Mark, he's long and gangly, tall guy. What was Mark Breland, about 6'3"?
No, he was only like 6'1".
Well, for welterweight, that's a tall guy. So he's got the super long levers. So he's always boxing at range, and that's why the 1-2 obviously was to keep people off of him and 1-2 him. But some guys that are really tall and rangy, they don't have inside game. So that's the way that you can probably, like what Beats is saying, where you beat them, you just ragdoll them. Once you get in the inside, you just, brutalize them.
You make a lot of sense. You make a lot of sense because Ngannou was being trained by Tyson, and at one point, I was saying to myself, Ngannou is not supposed to fight like Tyson. He's supposed to keep a guy on his outside, catch him with the right, put his combination together. So when they showed all that stuff on the video, I was saying that was only to me for publicity and stuff, because you're not supposed to fight like Tyson. You're big as tall as you are. You're supposed to fight, keep him on your outside. So I was like, okay. Because if I was short like Tyson, I would train Ngannou like a tall man.
Like a tall geezer, like a tall guy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't train him like I fight.
Yeah.
Short like this.
Bob
I would
and
train him
Weave
as a
and
tall guy. So I know how to teach shorter guys and taller guys. I know
Did you ever
exactly.
find it a problem to fight shorter guys than yourself? Yeah.
I had
Tell me
trouble.
why? Because I find that a lot of fighters say that.
A couple of times I was Don King had something to do with mentally. My thing was like I know there was a fight. I had a fight with a guy that I think I just wiped over him. I didn't train completely. He wanted a decision on me. There was a couple of other short guys. I did beat him. I did have trouble with short guys. I did have trouble with them. But I knew if I was trained right and just be focused, it would be an easier fight for me. So with those short guys, you throw fire up here, anticipate that they go down, because in your mind, your real shots is going to be coming up. So if you throw fire this way, you're trying to force them down. But your real thing is you want to get them uppercuts with them.
Yeah, with the shorter guys.
Yeah, you don't want to try to hit them this way because they'll go down and miss them.
Yeah, they'll dip. Yeah.
So what you do anyway is throw them, because you know in your mind the shot really is going to be the one this way, and that's what the shorter guys. That's what the taller guys got to do. That's if you was fighting a shorter guy, that's why I would have had him practicing throwing fire, and if you connect with that top, you know that uppercut going to finish him.
Right, because I've seen all the heavyweights just have mad problems with the smaller guys. Like Joshua had problems. Joshua had problems with Ruiz. Ruiz 6 foot. Joshua's 6'6", but he didn't have that many. He had some problems with Povetkin. You'd say that
problem was defense. His problem was defense. Defense,
because you say that they're all defensively irresponsible. Who would you say that's got the best defense out of our division and the heavyweights?
They're not teaching them now. There's nobody around.
You think they've all really got bad? All of them has got really bad defense, or some?
Yeah, they do.
Worse than some other. So you did say you thought Joshua, Tyson Fury, and Wilder, and who else did you say that you just think they all have really?
They don't. You can see Tyson Fury don't have no defense at all. Anthony Joshua combinations, he put them together beautiful. But when in terms of blocking punches, no. If you name them, defense is what a lot of these boxers are not exhibiting in today. They don't. But offense, Anthony Joshua gun you down with these hands.
Yeah.
I'd say Usyk does. It's hard to land on Usyk clean. He's very elusive.
Yeah, Usyk's got good defense.
Would you
say?
No, well, wait a minute. His defense is movement.
Feet. Yeah.
Well, his movement, but he does sometimes. He doesn't keep his hands like tight all the time. You know, not like this, like back in the day, or tight. He moves like this. He'd be like this a lot. So, hey,
that move is. You see when you do that move. That move looks. Like, because we don't see no one do that. If we saw someone do that in the ring today, I would be like, that is fucking wild. And I mean, why don't they do it? Is it because aesthetically it looks crazy? Or because to me it makes logical sense.
You mean the cross arm defense?
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to do the finish or shoulder roll. Everyone's trying to shoulder roll.
Yeah, shoulder roll.
You know who did it recently? Dylan White in the Jermaine Franklin fight. Remember, he used it.
Yeah, Dylan White did the cross arm.
Yeah.
Jermaine Franklin, but
he actually used it pretty well.
Did he do the one what Tim's doing? That exact one.
Yeah, you just take your. Take this across your head.
Yeah.
Take this and take this across. And you take this and take this across your stomach. But when the shots come, you go come like this upstairs. And if a body shot comes, just bring this down.
What was the one that Foreman did? Foreman did.
It was kind of like a crab shell that Foreman did, kind of like a crab.
No, Foreman didn't really do it good. He just put him there.
Well, he got that from Archie Moore and Dick Sadler. Archie Moore and Dick Sadler. Archie Moore was one of the originals with Tim's defense.
It's not mine. It's not mine, but
he made it.
Yeah, so they kept this up there.
You was one of the,
you signatured it. It was like one of your signatures. Yeah.
Yeah, so they kept this up, but this here is real important. This one here, it comes up and down. It comes, and when that come up, this is what I used to do, guys. When guys shoot the jab, I used to go catch it and pull them and throw a left hook.
So why anyone using that at the minute then?
Because nobody there to teach them. I'm right here. I'm right here.
I
You
know.
don't even have to be in the corner. I don't have to be in the corner. Just let me
be
show you.
Let me be your agent. I've got to get you some work.
Yeah, man, somebody need to bring Tim in their camp. For
Get you
real.
some work, Tim. No, I'm being serious. I'm not being serious. Be
Yeah, I
agent,
had one swollen eye with all those fights. One swollen eye. It was Carter Truth. Carter
You
Truth had a good jab.
Bruce Thomas.
And he had my eye swollen. Other than that, I never was cut.
Yeah.
I never was cut. But I think Bruno had my eye a little puffy.
With that jab. Bruno called you. But you see,
he did say that.
Carl and Frank, like Carl's jab was about 85. Frank's was about 84.
Yeah, they got long legs. Yeah.
Carter Truth had a good jab.
Having an 84 and 85, that's what Tyson Fury's got, an 85. I mean, that's long.
Yeah.
And they wasn't as tall as Fury, so that's a hell of a long jab that they've got there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, man, it's just, I think people should put you in their camps. I said this to you the last time.
I don't want to be in the corner. Just let me be in your camp. I don't want to be noticed.
Yeah, in the camp. Camp corner, camp angle, whatever, like at least just go. I'm just not, it's just strange. Did you, last time you was on the show, did you say you reached out, you saw Anthony Joshua in the lift, in the elevator?
Yeah, I was in England and I was pushing my daughter who's from Tottenham. I was pushing her and he helped me. No, he helped me on the train.
Yeah.
We was getting on the train together and he helped me when she was a baby on the train. We talked. He's a nice guy. We talked and everything, but I know he was loyal to whoever he was with. And that's where some guys fall short. You're too loyal. You could love him.
Was he with, I wonder what year was that?
He was by himself.
No, not meaning coach wise. It could have been
probably Rob McCracken.
Tony.
Who?
Could have been Tony Sims, or it could have been McCracken. Them days because
I think it was McCracken. I thought it was McCracken. Yeah. He had an amateur trainer, and here you got a professional champion who could help you. You know, and he said, "No, Tim." This is what he said to me. He said, "No, Tim, I got my team." And you know, he don't really know because he's in this. He's I've been in this thing a long time.
Come on, Joshua. Yeah, come on, love.
He just need a little bit of defense. I don't want the glory. I love these brothers. I just want to help you. Let me bring you in the camp. I don't want to be in the corner. Just let me show you this defense. That's all.
Let me show you some defense.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I got scared for a minute. Okay. He's a good dude.
Yeah, nice dude, isn't he? But I mean, these fighters, and you got the OGs, like see on YouTube, right? YouTube boxing. Let me just solo myself out so I can just keep this 100% as always, right?
Okay.
See on YouTube, there's like you got in boxing, right? You got OGs, and you're an OG like yourself. So seeing YouTube boxing, right? We take heed from the OGs. We've got one on the panel who is boxing beats and rhymes. Okay. There's like a hierarchy where if an OG is telling you something, you're gonna fucking listen. It's like us. It's like me coming on there and Beats telling me something. Oh, it's all right, Beats. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I got my people. I got my team. You're wanting nothing. I don't need it. We that's not how we operate here. Well, maybe some other people might try to operate like that. That's not how I operate. Any OG that's in any field that I'm in, music, boxing, that's the only way you're going to learn. You got to have the people that know the knowledge and that can help you, and that you can sit like classes in session that you can. That's why I always like going on Beats' show, and Beats. It's always a pleasure when he comes on my show, like a couple of the OGs, because it's how I learn. Like Beats will say something and I go, yeah, I write it down. I go, I'm going to have to look at that fight, what he's talking about. Oh, I'm going to have to go look at that fighter. Because then when I walk into certain buildings and they try to be talking about something, I just be like, yeah, I know what you're talking about, because, you know, OG Beats has taught me something. So you're only adding to your arsenal. Like, so I don't understand why these kids are not taking the OG's advice like yourselves. And you know, I know Roy Jones Jr. reached out as well. He got told no as well. But I mean, and George Foreman offered, and you know, I just don't understand why it makes no sense. You know, we're not telling you to ditch your team, but we're just saying, listen,
right?
Be like, let's just listen to a couple of tricks.
It's like all the like, I don't think they realize how valued that knowledge and experience is from the old guys, because God forbid, they're always not going to be here. So you need to take what you can get while you can get it if you have the opportunity.
Exactly.
They're making a lot of money, and that like steps on the way. They're making money, and you got people in their ear saying things and this thing. And they forget about the reality of really there's people out there that can really help you so you don't get embarrassed in your next fight. And I'm one of them. There's a couple of other ones.
Yeah. They should be lucky that, you're not punch drunk, that we can still wrap it up with you. And, nobody, no disrespect, but I mean, like a welterweight now couldn't go to like Tommy Hearns, unfortunately, because he's got brain damage.
So he got hit a lot. He got hit a lot. He was all offense. Do you
know what I was watching of his only last night, actually? I was like, let me watch this. Tommy Hearns at 160 fighting DeWitt. I forget the guy.
Doug DeWitt.
Doug DeWitt.
Listen, Linda. That fight was hectic. Individual.
Nigel Benn fought him too. Doug DeWitt
Nigel
Ben. Listen, that geezer, he'd never been down. I know the commentators. He's never been down. And he almost went. His chin, granite. That fight, Tommy Hearns got hit a lot. They had a clash of head. He had 2 cuts there, bleed. Listen, the amount of Vaseline that Tommy Hearns had on his face, you wouldn't be allowed that now. Because when you try to come out with a lot of Vaseline now, they send you back to the corner like, no, take some of that shit off. Because Tommy Hearns had Vaseline that was like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and he got in that fight, he got hit a hell of a lot. And I was like, these are the fights why you're punchy, like, unfortunately. But this is what I'm saying. Nobody can go to like OGs like that if they're suffering from neurological brain damage. When you've got OGs like yourself that, you're still sharp and you can still, why not use it to your advantage?
Yeah, real quick, too, and I love Emmanuel Stewart. But most of his boxers, all of them got knocked out eventually. Tommy Hearns is brain damaged because he got hit with a lot of shots, but he was all offense. So there's a lot of trainers out there. Freddie Roach is one of them. I made a statement, and he mad at me because I made a statement. If he wasn't with Manny Pacquiao, you wouldn't even hear nothing about him. I'm just saying. Everybody think that Freddie Roach, he's a top trainer. That's only because of Manny Pacquiao winning those fights. Okay? And I hate to say these things. Just look at it. Check it out. Check it out.
You're talking your truth, and that's your opinion.
Everybody, Manny Pacquiao, Freddie Roach, they're sending people from England so he could train them. And I hate to say this because the man a little sick and he feel bad, but when he hold the pads, he only could do this. And when he fought, he got hit a lot. I hate to say these things, man. He's a good dude. He avoided me. He avoided me because I made some statements, but they were true. Now, who was he with ever since that? Who was he with since Pacquiao?
Well, he trains a lot of the youngins now. Freddie Roach is still active, isn't he?
He's got Jaime Munguia. He's got him currently as well.
Yeah, he's got Jaime. Yeah. He's got some of the other lads, but I mean...
you know what's strange about, like, Tim, that he doesn't teach defense that well? Like, he was under the tutelage of Eddie Futch to learn how to train. It's like, I don't know. Did Eddie may not have taught him defense that well? Maybe he didn't understand what Eddie was teaching. Would you say, was Eddie a good defensive teacher? He must have.
I love Eddie, but I never seen him fight. I never seen him fight. No video of him. So I don't know.
Yeah, but you got to look at the record, Tim. Like, he engineered Joe Frazier, first man to beat Ali. He engineered Montel Griffin, first man to beat Roy Jones. You know?
Listen, like I said, Tommy Hearns won all those fights, and Emmanuel Stewart got all that credit. I'm not taking nothing away from these guys. I never saw him fight. I never seen him fight.
It's the track record, Tim. Like I mean, like Eddie, like I said, Fraser, Ali, like Jones, Griffin versus Jones. He also who did Michael Spinks versus Larry Holmes. All unbeaten records. He engineered all them wins.
Yeah.
By the way, Beats was Futch in Bo's corner for the Holyfield fight, the first one.
Yes, he was.
Yep. There you go. There you go.
Well, is there any footage? I love him. I love him to the ground. Is there any footage of him? Show some footage of him if you can.
I don't know. I'm not sure what I don't think there's any footage of him fighting. I'm not sure. Are you saying that you have to be able to fight to coach?
I think so. I'm not gonna get in there with I'm not getting in there with somebody that never fought before.
Are you serious? I think some of the best trainers have never been the best. I mean, some of the best trainers have been not the best boxers.
No, the boxers made them big. They took damage. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not gonna be in there with somebody that never fought before.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna let my son or nobody get in there with somebody that never fought before.
What about even if they've had to fight?
Because the boxer, whoever they was with, made them successful.
Because Freddie Roach wasn't really a good boxer.
He got hit a lot. He's a real nice dude. He got hit a lot. He never won no title, I don't think.
No,
he got hit a lot.
No, he was a club fighter, man. Like Greg Haugen beat him.
I just checked I remember checking up on him.
Yeah, but when he got with Manny Pacquiao, his name blew up. Everybody from England, different places. Oh, I'm sending my boxers to Freddie Roach, and I was like, whoa. I said, oh.
I think he's a good trainer.
But
I think he's a good trainer, but like you said, he's an offensive trainer. That's his speciality. I guess maybe some trainers just specialize in one thing and not the other, because then you've got the defensive trainers. Ben Davis.
Defensive, you got to be able to counter off those punches that come at you. So in order for you to deliver your punches, also you have to catch them and counter. So he has to learn how to catch them, counter back, counter back. So if you just run and you don't know how to really block and counter back, that's kind of bad too.
Yeah, because you're just going to end up getting hit a lot and just getting stuff. And then you had Uncle Ronnie Shields. He was an Olympian, gold, innit it, Uncle Ronnie
Shields? I like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he was an outstanding boxer to achieve that. Obviously,
yeah, Ronnie Shields.
Yeah. And then who else have we got that's in the training world? You've got what do you think about he was a great boxer, Robert Garcia.
Who's that? Ryan Garcia's dad?
No.
He's Mikey Garcia. He's one of the littler lads. He's got all he's got a whole lot.
He's Mikey Garcia's older brother.
Mikey Garcia's older brother. Little, you might not know him because he's a really little. He trains all the little guys, but I mean,
I heard that name before. I heard it.
And a very great.
Listen, when he fought, he basically just exposed himself. Like Ben Taki, Casamayor, Corrales, they all knocked him out bad. Robert Garcia when he fought.
Robert Garcia, great boxer though.
Oh, okay.
He was the IBF junior lightweight champion, but get knocked out. But a lot of punches.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, he's not punch drunk. He runs a successful business. He's out with fighters in shows every week. Sometimes on the card, Robert Garcia is the trainer for about 3 of the lads. Like you don't get any rest in the whole card. So he's making a lot of money. doing that. He had Anthony Joshua for one fight. I was said that was so stupid. Someone that trains little guys, then you're gonna try and train a heavyweight. That was just for a check. Robert Garcia. I heard he didn't do anything and he just kind of like showed up and and that was and you got to check.
That was ridiculous. That was insane.
I was so against that, and everyone was like, Robert Garcia is an amazing trainer. I'm like, Anthony Joshua's 6'6". Robert Garcia's like 5'5".
That shows you how much Anthony knows. That shows you how much Anthony knows too.
But here's the thing, then, right? You can't. How much Hall of Famers, all-time great fighters, can you name me who are great coaches? Not many. That's the strange thing.
Are they brain damaged? Are they brain damaged?
Would you not put Ronnie Shields, Uncle Ronnie?
He's not an all-time great fighter. He's not an all-time great fighter.
Not an all-time great fighter. I just was seeing that he was, out of all of the trainers that you could mention, he's the most kind of decorated one out of the lot. That's all.
Who is his biggest fighter that he had?
I don't know. Ronnie Shields placed in the Olympics in the 60s. So I'd have to go and check. But
the fighters that he trained. Who was this?
So he's got David
Lara.
He had Islandi Lara for a bit.
Jamal Charlo as well.
He had Jamal Charlo.
Okay.
He's got what's the other Tellez, a new Cuban guy. He's got a couple Cuban guys.
David Morrell. Got David Morrell too.
Yeah, I said that already. Who else has he got? He was out in Saudi. Oh yeah, he's got Ergovic, isn't he, guys? Yeah. That one, he needs to throw that one away. It's not working. It's not gelling. It's not. I'm going to get Uncle Ronnie on. I spoke to him the other day. He's like, I'm going to Saudi. He knows that Ergovic ain't the guy. He ain't the guy. He's got a good stable. I'd say Uncle Ronnie, he has got a good stable. I mean, he's had a couple world champions in there that he's, so I give him his credit like that. I love Uncle Ronnie like that. So, I'm trying to think who else is a good trainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying though.
Archie Moore, like he trained Ali. Like Ali, I think he was one of Ali's last.
Yeah.
Ali knocked him out. Then he trained him for a little while, but that didn't work out.
That didn't work.
But
there was another icon like that.
He taught Foreman a lot, but
Foreman was big and strong. Well, I was taught by somebody where you keep these tighter against your body. Foreman, his lower hand was loose all the time, like hanging down.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, when you see me fight, I had it up like this and like that.
Yeah.
So sometimes these old timers didn't get fully taught, or they knew it but didn't keep their hands tight. So when you watch Foreman, you see that other hand all loose down here.
Yeah.
All loose and stuff. He got hit with a lot of shots too. He hit you gone though.
Yeah, and he's sharp right now. He's still sharp.
He's strong as hell.
Yeah, and he's in his 70s, isn't he?
I'm just really proud that I came up around these guys: Georgie Benton, Hank Durham, Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali.
Trainers, Duva, like the trainers.
He never fought before. He had good fighters. I love Duva. I love him. His brother was a better boxer than him. I don't think Lou ever fought.
No,
he never fought. But he got a name. He loved his boxers. He loved them. He supported them. But Joe, his brother, was the real boxer.
What division did he fight in?
I think he was a middleweight or something like that.
Okay.
I never seen him fight, but I heard my trainer said Joe was everybody respected Slim Robinson.
Yeah.
Everybody respected my trainer.
That's your geezer, yeah. I remember you always call him out. Is he still alive?
No, he passed away about I'd say 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Everybody respected him. When I went to camp, I was surprised to see Emmanuel Stewart listening to him. I swear, we was in camp. And I was like, this guy got all these trainers. He got Tommy Hearns. And he act like my trainer is like his teacher or something like that.
Yeah.
I was really confused. I was like,
Well, so Slim older than you? That he's older than
Slim,
you.
Slim
Yeah,
was like 80. Slim, when he passed away, he was like, what,
he was
80s?
80. Yeah.
Everybody respected him everywhere I went. They called him to teach. I was this guy's sparring partner. We went to Kenny Norton camp. He the one turned Eddie Mustafa, the light heavyweight, around. Made him champ. Mike Rossman, the Jewish bomber, Slim taught him and made him champ. We was in the same camp. Slim is a hell of a trainer.
Who would you say? Have you got like an all-time top 10 heavyweight for you? Let me do a clip so when I'm editing I've got it. So this is the weekly wrap up. Shiggity word, shiggity show. Let's go.
We almost finished, right?
No, I just had to do the clip so when I have a little commercial type of break. So it's
I don't
easy.
know everything, but I do know enough. I'm not acting. I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't know everything, but I do know more than a lot of these guys. I don't know everything.
Yeah, no.
Now, I'm not talking about you guys on the panel. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about you guys on the panel. I'm just talking to general people.
Yeah,
And boxers and trainers.
One great fighter who made a great trainer was Jack Blackburn. He trained Joe Louis. Jack Blackburn was.
Oh, God, you came back. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a fighter. He's a 5-star fighter. He was a 5-star fighter. Yeah.
Yes, he was. Joe Louis relaxed. He relaxed. He made you miss. Boom, bam. So you ain't see Joe Louis doing this.
No.
Joe Louis is relaxed. He had his hands up for defense, and then he slip, bang, bang. That's what I love about it.
What was his record over like 200?
They know more than me. I don't.
What was his record? His box rec?
I don't know what his final box record was. I know he held 25 defenses, and he held the belt for 11 years, 37 to 48.
Let me see how many fights. Joe Louis had like
I think he only had 3 defeats, if I'm not mistaken, because I think he retired after the
he lost to Walcott, Marciano, Ezra Charles.
Right.
Which Walcott? The Jersey Joe?
Yeah.
Jersey Joe. Yeah.
Jersey Joe.
Although the first fight they cheated Walcott out of the decision.
There was controversy of that, wasn't it? I was watching some kind of a documentary about that as well. Yeah.
And
then I think after he got knocked out by Marciano, he retired. I think.
No, he didn't retire.
Well, he was old. He was old too.
Okay.
He was old too.
Marciano. But wasn't there something with the Marciano thing as well?
And he lost to Max Schmeling. There's about 4 defeats. He lost to Schmeling, avenged the Schmeling loss.
Schmeling, yeah, Joe Louis.
Maybe 3 defeats, actually. Maybe 3 defeats.
Wow, that's
because I remember in the lead up to the Schmeling rematch, he had wore glasses with photos of Max Schmeling knocked out on the canvas, and he said that's what he was going to do.
What do you say? What do you say, AJ? Say that again.
No. In the lead up to the Max Schmeling rematch, when he was going to fight him again, he wore sunglasses of photo with the lens, and the lenses had Schmeling knocked out on the canvas, and he said that's what he's going to do in the rematch.
Oh, okay, yeah. Listen, we weren't going to do no. You know that.
That was around the time Germany was in war too. It
was political back then. Yeah, so the U.S. was rooting for Joe, man.
He had like 100, 200. He had 71 bouts, winning 68 of them in the Bundesliga.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's a record right there.
What Blackburn did, he modeled Joe's style of Joe Gans, the lightweight champion. But obviously, like Joe had slow feet, so he couldn't get Gans' footwork. But like the jab, like Gans had that jab. It's like, and Lewis had one of the best heavyweight jabs. He had one of the best. So he kind of incorporated how Gans threw that jab into Joe Louis, and that's what Joe built his offense on. Is that jab?
Jeez.
Everything comes after that jab. In most cases, you set everything up. Make sure that jab reaches destination. Make sure that you try to get it there. Then everything else comes after that, and then you come right back on defense. You don't have trainers doing that now. Everybody know all offense and not good offenses really at all. You don't see none of these boxers today, show exhibiting defense, making it look pretty. You know,
Yeah.
so back in the day, you seen it slip here, pop, pop. You don't see that. Bing, bing. Everybody throwing multiple punches because they don't have defense.
Yeah, high volume,
Turn
mate.
this ear on, Shania. Turn the ear on.
The AC in the Buddhism.
Yeah, I know. That's my daughter.
Yeah, I know. Max Schmeling beat Joe after he had, it says, 69 fights. Wow. He only had one loss. He got his first loss at the 69th fight. My God.
No, he didn't have 69 fights before he lost to Max Schmeling.
He said Joe Louis suffered only one defeat in his first 69 fights.
No,
wow.
that could be right. Maybe that's right. Maybe that is right. I'm not sure. It could be right.
I had a chance to meet him too, man. I'm really blessed. He was
Yeah.
taller than me. He was taller than me. I was like, Joe, yep, he's like 6'4".
What are you, 6'3", 6'2"?
I'm 6'3". He was taller than me. He was in good shape. He was in
Yeah.
good shape at that age. I was like, okay.
He just died in 1981, I think it said. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what it says. I don't know. It says he said, and then Rocky Marciano, October 27th, 1951, 28-year-old Marciano took on 37-year-old Joe Louis. Coming into the bout, Marciano was 6.5 to 5 underdog.
Marciano knocked him out badly, man. That was sad to see.
Yeah, but he came back though. He did. I know he'd come back after the Marciano loss.
What happened?
He came back and fought because he had money issues. So he came back. He came, but didn't he have a bit of a long layoff and then came back?
Yeah. Well, he retired after he retired as champion after he won against Jersey Joe. Then he came back, challenged Andrew Charles for the title. Yeah. He lost that.
Yeah.
And then I think he lost to Marciano after that. Yeah. He lost to Marciano. And then
no, he had a lot of he went on a win streak after that. I'm sure it says on BoxRec that Marciano was his last fight. So it does, yeah. So that's why I'm saying
you're probably right. You're probably right.
Luciano retired. So maybe it was a nut. Well, maybe
that's why I was saying he retired after the Marciano fight. It says on
right.
BoxRec that he had no more fights after that. That's right.
Yeah, you're right, AJ. He did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. I just double checked.
Yeah. I thought he. I'm just saying. Is it your birthday? Happy birthday, Sharon.
Whose birthday?
It's Sharon. Happy birthday to you,
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, so happy birthday. No, but I just checked. Okay, so he fought Jersey Joe, and he won on a split decision, so that was probably the controversial one. Then had an immediate rematch, and he knocked him out.
No, yeah.
Then he took a 2-year layoff and fought as a Charles, which he lost. He lost as a Charles after he took a 2-year break and fought Charles, which he lost. So
yeah, that's the layoff. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Shouts out to Joe Louis, man. You lucky you met him. So
I know.
He only had 3 defeats. That's it.
Yeah, that's
wow.
and
but
54 out of the 71 fights was won by knockout.
Did you see how he relaxed when he fought? When he knew when the punch come, he'll block it instead of doing all this moving. And you see, that means a lot. That's he was really taught. He relaxed, he'll slip, bang, bang, or he'll block. He didn't go like this. He didn't keep coming at you. He set everything up intelligently. Made sure when you throw punches, he countered, blocked and countered, or slipped, boom. That is real boxing.
Yeah,
that's real boxing.
I saw them. I know. Just on YouTube, they got them, and in black and white and stuff like that. It's amazing. Yes. Amazing. Yeah, he's a hell of a fighter. Yeah, big time. Yes. So does Deontay Wilder retire, guys?
Yep. Bum. But Chan, sorry, before I could I lead the way?
Let me say something real quick.
Oh, you go ahead.
Now, real quick.
Yeah.
I do believe that if he gets somebody that can show him something, look, he made a lot of money. He might be like, man, this over in his mind, even though they want him to fight again. I think he should retire, but if he's serious, he need to get the right person, somebody with good defense to come in this corner. I don't have to be in the corner, and just let me come to your camp. You'll see a big difference, or we'll know that he can't be taught. He just can't be taught. He just got that right hand. So
yeah, or
we'll
the right
know
hand.
it then.
Yeah,
Somebody has to give him confidence. Somebody has to give him more confidence than what he's doing. He has to have confidence knowing that his opponent can't hit him unless he make a mistake. But it looks like he can get hit. When somebody throw multiple punches, he can get hit. And that's where his downfall is. He needs defense.
I mean, you're more enthusiastic and positive than myself, in my opinion. Deontay Wilder needs to hang him up. It's only going to get him into big problems, getting hit by, you're going to suffer some neurological damage. You've made your money.
Okay.
You've exceeded. You're a multi-millionaire. You've got generational wealth. You got your little wifey there. Yeah, I mean, you're all right. You just, you know what I mean? Because you've lost 4 out of your last 5 fights, all by devastating knockouts. That's not good. You can't get
right.
And the competition is getting stiffer and stiffer now that you're backed into a wall and you have to be fighting these top 10 guys that can all punch. I mean, you'll just get back-to-back knockouts like that. For nobody is good like that. It's brain damage en route. So to just thank your lucky stars, in my opinion, I think you should just hang him up. And you're always going to be a part of boxing. You can be involved in boxing, but you've got your health. Go and do some other stuff. And maybe, you can do some commentating. Well, he doesn't talk that well, so I don't know if he can do that.
He's a good dude. I mean,
yeah.
if you get the
There's
right...
other things he can do. Yeah, within the sport, for sure. Yeah.
He should retire, but if he do come back, you need to get somebody that can show him defense, that can direct him and all that. I don't know what these guys be looking at, but there's people around that can help him. But like you said, he should hang him up. But if he do come back, yo, man, I'm right here.
Yeah, Tim's right here, love. Deontay Wilder, if you can hear this, if you've seen this, you hate my channel. I know you do, because all I do is tell the truth on you, and I have done it. And I knew this day was coming. I knew this day was in the Buddhism. Yeah. How you doing? The lights off. It's like some shutters. Yeah, I think that's fucking heavy.
You left-handed.
Me? No, I'm right-handed.
Okay,
Sorry.
so all you do is take the right hand, put it across the top of your head. There you go. And lean forward a little bit.
Do you know the weird thing? But do you know the weird thing, Tim?
What?
Do you know the weird thing? I've been around boxers. My ex was a boxer as well, right? And I realized, even though I'm a right-handed, I think I would be southpaw when I'd fight.
Yeah, because in your mind, you want your strength in the front. Go ahead.
Yeah, because no, it's not because my strength's it's not due to, because even you said it. I tend to do things when it's a thingy more left-hand dominant in certain things. That's why you just said to me, "Are you left-handed?" But for me, that feels more natural than doing it this way. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right. So you
doing it a left-handed way than doing it the right-handed way.
Yeah,
and
you put your power in the back. See,
yeah,
you put your power in the back.
Backhand, which is the left hand, feels better for me than jabbing. I think I said to my ex, maybe I'd be a switch hitter.
Well,
maybe I would have. I don't know. It's weird.
You put your power in the back. You don't put your power in the front.
Yeah, I know.
Put your power in the back and try to develop.
Yeah. So if I was a southpaw, obviously my backhand would be my left coming through.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that doesn't feel like off to me to do that. And it doesn't feel off to me to be orthodox. It doesn't feel like weak doing either or, is what I'm saying, which is weird because I can't write with the left. But anything that's fight-wise, I'm quite cool to do it with the left as well.
Okay, that's kind of like, I never. That's cool.
Why is like you'd have been
Everybody put their strength in the front when they first started boxing. A southpaw puts his left in the front. Everybody mentally put their strong side in front, and really you put that in the back. And
my strong hand is the right, but my strong hand is the right. So so I would, and you'd have the right arm, right, and then the right leg.
Why would you put your power in the front? Develop the
do both. Like what I'm saying is, I feel comfortable doing it both ways. That. I feel maybe what it is, right? One time I broke my right arm and I had to learn a lot of stuff to do with my left hand, like brush my hair, like do a buggy with my daughter left-handedly.
You built muscles in that hand.
Yeah, brush my teeth. So this is what I'm saying. So maybe that back. So maybe that's the thing. What's made me be able to. He said it. That's strange, but it looks like we do little sparrings and stuff, and I'd more do it both ways. Yeah, maybe I'd have been a switch hitter. Bud Crawford, I'm into Buddhism. AJ, you wanted
to... right. Sorry to we done, Tim? Did you wrap up?
Oh yeah. Done with me pretending to that I would be fucking Bud Crawford part 2.
Hey, I'm a believer.
What's going on? Everything good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But Chan, a fun fact: you ever heard of the term "he can run, but he can't hide"?
Yeah.
That's what Joe Louis said to Billy Khan, because he was a light heavyweight. He was going up to heavy to fight him for his title.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was a runner. Khan was a runner.
Yep. And the fight went on for 13 rounds until Joe finally caught up to him and knocked him out in the 13th. Yeah.
Then, how many was it? Were they all 15 and rounders and more?
Yes. Yeah. Back then they were. Back then these were. Yeah. 15 rounders. Yeah.
15. Because when I was watching the Tommy Hand with the DeWitt, Doug DeWitt,
I didn't. 12, right?
I thought that was a 12 rounder, and I was like, I thought it was 15, but it must have just changed over.
Everybody, they stopped it when Dooku Kim got killed when he died. Yeah. That's when they changed it. They changed it to 12.
My friend was telling me.
Against Ray Mancini.
Was either for the NABF USBA. It wasn't. It
was. It was it was that title that you said, and I was like, "What belt?" I was wondering, like, what title belt is that? But the one that you just said,
North
what
American
was it?
Boxing Federation.
Yeah, that was it.
NABF.
Yeah, the NABF is the belt they give you to pacify you until you get the big one. So
it's kind of like an interim belt. Like,
you win the fights, you undefeated. Yeah, go ahead.
You knocked out Tillis for the NABF, isn't it?
I knocked him out in the first round. But I won the NABF twice with knockouts, and let me see, and then with the USBA, I had that once. The USBA, so they give you the little ones first to pacify you. No, you get ready for the big one.
We call them trinkets. Yeah, the trinket belts. Yeah.
Then the Bone Crusher second fight, I had to give it to him. I gave it to him. But if you watch the first fight, I won 12. I won 11 out of 12 rounds. And the second fight was a political fight. Don King was trying to get Tyson. Everybody knew it. And he didn't care about none of us. I was supposed to fight Tony Tubbs, a rematch. He hurt his shoulder. So I thought the fight was off. And so I did what I was doing. And then Don called me 5 or 6 days later saying, hey, the fight is on. You fighting Bone Crusher. And I said, what? But I really knew he didn't care about me or Bone. He just wanted us out so he can get Tyson. He wanted us to be opponents. Right. So I said, you know what? I got the lawyers. We planned. We sued him. I'm not going 10, 12 rounds with Bone, 15, I think, with Bone Crusher, hard puncher when I wasn't in shape. So if you watch the first Bone Crusher fight and the second one, you can see the difference, and you can see I was acting too. In order for me to get my money, I could have got $1 million because all he wanted was me out the way, and I settled for like $700,000 for the fight, and because I could have got $1 million because he just wanted us out the way. His main thing was getting Tyson, and so he was originally giving me like 250, 300, and I was like, nah. We negotiated all the way up to like 600,000-700,000. And then we thought about it later. We said, wow, we could have got $1 million because all he wanted was me out the way. That's all.
So listening to like Don made that unification tournament because he didn't have no ties on Tyson. That was Cuss, Jacobs, and Caton. So by making that tournament, he managed to get Tyson to face his fighters like Bone Crusher, you know,
no. He hate to cut you off real quick. We was all in the camp. Don King pulled up right in the camp, and everybody got around him, and he got all the heavyweights that was there. He was saying, "Look, this is when I first heard of the name." And he said, "There's this young kid, Tyson, Mike Tyson." He said, "I want y'all to get in shape." So he was setting us all up. He said, "Yeah, Mitch Blood Green was there, a couple of other heavyweights, Tony Tubbs, all of us was in there." And Don first let us. I said, "Who the hell are they talking about?" So I went on about my business, and then when I seen him fighting, I said, "Oh." And so everybody, the talk was he was trying to get Tyson and just use us. So our camp was like crazy because we knew Don just wanted Tyson.
See, but that's why he made the unification tournament, though.
Yeah, Don King wanted those belts.
You lost to Bone Crusher in the unification tournament.
Okay, right. Because I already knew what Don wanted, but I wasn't I was in shape to fight Tubbs. But if you watch the first Bone Crusher and the second one, you'll see what I'm talking about. I won every round. I won every round.
Yeah.
The best thing happened to me in that second Bone Crusher fight, I had a teeth right here. They had to be extracted. And we was going to go to the dentist. And the dentist, they said that if you get injections, that'll show up in your urine and it might make you sluggish. So I said, you know what? I'm going to have to just fight with this big teeth right here. And you know the best thing that happened? Bone Crusher hit it and knocked it out. I spit it out, and my brother picked it off the canvas and gave it to me. So it was in my mom's house somewhere. I was so happy after the Bone Crusher fight, man. Oh, man. And Bone Crusher, he said, "Man, you know I knocked you." I said, "Bone, I'm serious, man. This is what happened. We had a plan. Everybody in my corner knew what I was going to do, and we was going to walk away from Don. I had lawyers waiting to sue him and everything." Now, I would sit up here. I would tell you the truth. I wouldn't sit up here and lie. I would just tell you he
So you took a dive, basically?
Yeah. Everybody in my corner knew. Everybody in my corner knew.
After the third knockdown, you didn't see Tim wobbling about the place. He was like, you know what I mean?
I had to act. I had to do some acting. I had to act because they'll keep your money. See, they'll keep your money they'll keep your money if you put on a fraud. So I had to act. I started crawling like I was hurt, and when I got up, I spit my teeth out. My brother picked it up, and I was like, "Man, I'm glad this stuff is over with, man." Gave the Bone. I feel bad that he won the title like that. I swear, guys, I wouldn't even tell you no lie. That's exactly what you asked the other guys that was in our corner.
I believe you. I know you're not alone. I know that. Did you? So you gave James money? Some of that?
No, I didn't give James Bone Crusher no money. We did it on our own because Don was stealing. He was treating me bad. So I wanted to fight Tony Tubbs.
Yeah.
I fought Tony Tubbs because I got tested positive for smoking marijuana. My birthday was December the 27th. So I was fighting Tubbs on like the 15th of December. But a couple of weeks before that, they was giving me a party thing, and somebody was outside with weed, and I went in there and I smoked about.
You said that.
Yeah, and then I tested positive. They sent me to the rehab. They took $50,000 from me, and I had to give Tubbs a rematch. They took $50,000 from me for just smoking maybe 8 drags, right? And they sent me to a rehab. They laughed me out the rehab. I said, "I'm here because I smoked marijuana and I tested positive for a championship fight." And everybody was like, $50,000 for just weed?
By the way, Tim, I got a question just right quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, okay, so you pretty much took a dive in the Bone Crusher fight because you wanted to get out from under Don King's thumb. Is that correct?
And the guy, Brian Nielsen over in another country, they came They came to my house, and I wasn't really doing nothing. And they said they'll pay me X amount of money. I got to go down in 4, but I wouldn't do that in America. Yeah, I did that. Yeah. So myself we decided that we knew that Bone Crusher, that Don King was interested in Tyson. He didn't care about Bone Crusher. He didn't care about me. I stopped training for like 5 days, and then they come tell me we got to fight. And so I said, nah, that's it.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Let's just say if you would actually beat Bone Crusher, would there have been any ramifications afterwards?
No, he would just found a way to get. He would have found a way to
Would you have fought Tyson afterwards? That's what I'm assuming, right? I mean, because he fought because Bone Crusher fought him right after that.
Yeah,
after your fight.
So
you would have got the Tyson fight if you would beat him, if you would retain your title.
Yeah,
if you would beat him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Tubbs fought him too after that too. Tubbs fought him after the Bone Crusher fight with me. Yeah, Tubbs fought him.
Wow. I'm like, because I'm thinking like, what would have happened if you had been part of that tournament, man? That's always just the bigger what if.
My head wasn't right, man.
No, I get it. I understand. No need to explain. I get it. I mean, it's just one of those what ifs, you know. I wish you really could have taken part in that, you know. So
I missed out on that because you know, I've been mistreated for years, months and years after that. So I'm thinking,
no need to explain. I understand.
Well, imagine going to Wembley Stadium, 65,000 people, not knowing how much money you're getting for the fight, and then after the fight, you go home with 150,000.
Why did you agree to do them without getting?
You can't agree to nothing. He ran everything.
Yeah, but why did you just say I'm not doing the fight?
You couldn't. You'd be blackballed. Listen, if I didn't take the fight, he'll get somebody else.
Yeah.
He'll find a way. He knew the president of the WBC, the WBC. And so he had other ways. They was his friends.
Don't give you such a piece of fucking shit.
Man, what a scumbag.
I went on with my life. Listen, this is what I did.
Every time I hear about him, I just feel sick. I just saw it during fucking bingo hall fucking thing with press conference with Adrian Broner yesterday.
What I did.
Yeah, by the way, Chad, that's going to be a good fight. I'm looking forward to not watching it.
I am watching.
Which one?
Adrian Broner versus Cobbs. There's the time that King's putting on a fight this weekend, and no one gives a shit about. So
well, you know, I left them alone. I left it alone talking about him. Mitch Green wanted to still kill him and all that. So what I did, I left it alone so I could go on with my life with my family. Because if I keep talking about Don King, I will, like we doing now. But
I know. Sorry,
if I say I love you, that'll bother him. I don't think it'll bother him.
Yeah, you're over it. We bring it up because this is like, we can only hear this firsthand from people like yourself. So sorry, we're not trying to reignite any trauma or bad things we do. It's literally just for student purposes, you know.
Okay. He got to live with it the rest of his life. What he did to not only me, a lot of other people.
He did it. He took Ruttman. I've seen Ruttman told me he did the same thing to it, and lots of the fighters. I mean, and it's just so fucking unfair, not being bad, that you lived. You're still 93. You're 93 years old, and how come these old cats and they're evil? They live to their old, and then I've got like young good friends that are just like dropping like flies in their 30s. And
I mean, Chan is even more astonishing that the fighters are still signing to him. I just don't understand that at all.
That's because they've got nowhere else to go, and they think, "Oh, he's a legend, so let's just go with Don King." Because Adrian Broner, let's have it right, who was going to take him?
Yeah. I mean, Eddie tried to sign him, but he turned that down like a dumbass. Eddie tried to sign him, but you know, hey, that wouldn't have worked out if he went to match.
No one's going to take him now. So, of all the history, Adrian Broner, I ain't watching that fight. I ain't watching it. I saw it. I saw the press conference yesterday, and it looked like, for real, it looked like it was on VHS.
I'm gonna tell you a quick secret. I'm gonna tell you a quick secret. I knew that Don liked me because I did fight. I didn't turn my back. You know, anytime I got in the ring, I put on a good fight. I try to fight somebody, and I know he liked me, but even though he ripped me off. And I liked him. When I go into the office with him, he talked to me nice. He knew I'll fight. He'll cuss you out if you don't fight. If you don't fight, act like a little girl in it. Not a little girl, but if you don't act like you fighting, he'll
Game over.
do that. Yeah. So, but I know he liked me, but he still liked that money better. He liked the money better than me. And I got that little I like them thing, because every time something happened in the office and I heard about he in there doing something to somebody, I used to go in the office and he used to stop me, but he used to no, get out. Because they used to go in there and see what's wrong with some of the boxers. He was like, no, get out. You get out. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
Did you encounter, is it Braverman? Like, that was his right-hand man. Is it Braverman?
Who?
Braverman.
It was Duke Durgan.
Okay.
You talking about Don King and Duke Durgan. Duke Durgan was his right-hand man. They were partners in crime, yeah.
Okay. You had another guy named, is it Braverman? He was
Braverman.
Yeah, Braverman. Is it Tom Braverman? Yeah. Quite a bad guy.
Is he from, he's from Cincinnati? Is he from Cleveland? Is he from Ohio?
I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure.
Like where Don from. Yeah.
Like he threatened Mike Marley, the journalist.
Okay, Mike Marley. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike. What is Mike doing now?
I don't know. I think he passed away the other year.
You serious?
Yeah.
I used to talk to him all the time. Mike
so
Marley.
it's horrible when you hear that, innit? You're like, yeah, what are they up to? And they're like, he's doing good.
Mike was exposing the ABC middleweight that tournament he had.
Okay.
Exposing that because there was a lot of nonsense. There was dead people on people's records. Like he was building up people's records to sell the tournament, and some of the fighters had dead people on their opponents. Wow, crazy.
What the hell?
And Teddy Atlas, he's a good guy, but he really, to me, doesn't really know that much about skills and everything. These are just guys that they put in the corner or be associated with. And I was with him one time with Jack Newfield, who's one of the top writers up in New York. I used to meet with Jack, and Jack called me the Martin Luther King of boxing because I was always standing up to people. He put that in his book. He talked about oh God, now I'm going too fast. Jack Newfield was talking about Don King. Who was in there? Oh, and Teddy Atlas. We all met together. In New York. I was sitting there with Teddy. We was having fun talking. Jack Newfield was there. We was talking about stuff, talking about Don King. And then when I went to a fight, and I walked into the fight, I had my suit on and stuff, and I tried to talk to Teddy. All he said was hi. He turned it. We had a conversation at the meeting. And then when I came to the fights, he acted like he didn't even know me. I was like,
when was this? How recent? Long time.
That was at least 10. That was when that had to be 10 years ago.
Why is it acting like you don't know you before?
And we was at the table and in New York eating, having fun, talking and stuff. He knew me as a boxer. I knew him as a coach. And then when we got to the fight, he acted like he didn't even know me. I was like, whoa, okay.
Trash.
Okay, Teddy.
Wait, he did pick Anthony Joshua to lose to Ottawa Lane, so that should tell you what you need to know.
Yeah, even then, Teddy ain't nothing, Tim. The guy's name is Al Braverman. Al Braverman.
I heard that name before.
Yeah, he used to work alongside Don from the Bronx.
I heard that name, yeah.
Maybe you just didn't have to come across him, Tim. Maybe he was just more in the back.
I don't know.
He's basically a bully. He's a bully, a bit of a bully and a thug from what I know.
Yeah, maybe Tim didn't have to come across him. Thank God.
Didn't he pull a gun on Tyson?
That was Teddy Atlas.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Who are you talking about?
He's talking about Don King's compadre. He's talking about Don King's partner, the guy that he's just mentioned.
Al Braverman, yeah, he's Don King's aide.
Al Braverman.
Braverman.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's who he's talking about. Yeah, Teddy Atlas pulled a gun on Mike. Bruce Gass had a good question of asking about, do you think the reason why you're not in the Hall of Fame is because you threw a title fight with Bone Crusher?
No, it's because I didn't go up there. I got Hall of Fame trophies up here on the other side of the wall. But one of the main ones, and he called me. What's his name from Canada? I mean, Carastoga. Ed Brophy.
Okay.
Ed Brophy. So you know, I heard that it was a family thing, and they really don't care about the boxers. And I was like promoting that, hey man, I've heard that they really don't care about the boxers and stuff
You
like
should be in
that.
the. Should you? Do you think you should be in the?
They want
Hall
them to give me an award. This coming up, I think.
No, induct you into the Hall of Fame.
I have been inducted into like 4 of them, different ones. But the
What, like-
so-called main one, the so-called
Yeah,
main
the
one,
main one's in Nevada, the Vegas, right? And then you've got the New York Hall of Fame,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking about the international one. So
the international. One. Yeah.
He called me about a month ago.
Yeah, they want you at the event, but I'm saying, why aren't they inducted you? Because they're inducting Ricky Hatton. Who else did they say? Who
Well,
else
they got people gonna pay money to come. They real quick, and then you could because I went against the grain. I was talking negative about the situation, and I think that's prolonged in me because I stood up and said, "Hey, man, I heard that they're about money, they're about this and that." Ed Brophy called me about the head guy called me about a month ago. Are you going to come to the next one? And I just didn't call him back yet. I don't, I'm not upset with him or nothing, but I heard that it's a family thing where they making money, but I really don't know. This is what they saying, Ed Brophy. So
Michael Mora's being inducted. Yeah, Bruce. Michael Mora, Ricky Hatton.
They want me to come. He called me.
Yeah.
what I'd like to know is what's the criteria for getting in? That's what I'd like to know.
This is the next thing that I want to ask you guys. So let me just do my inner so I know how to edit it. So let me in the building. In the building. That's right. We're always in the building. So talking about the Hall of Fame. Deontay Wilder. Does he get in your opinion?
No. I just kept it short and simple.
I don't think so.
I'm very stern and on my stance that I just don't think Deontay Wilder is Hall of Fame worthy. I'm sick of people talking about the 10 measly of level of opponent title defenses that he did. Like I keep telling people, I feel like a robot. Like 8 of them were voluntary. Like I have to say it at every conversation.
I mean, Chan, like these are Wilder fanboys you're talking to. So you would defend this. I mean, it's the weakest title reign in probably heavyweight champion history.
Weakest,
like ever.
Weakest
ever.
I was actually shouts out to D-Star Boxing as well. I was actually on Joe Beeb. I was actually a guest on their show the other day, Roundtable, and shouts out to Gail. So I was like, Wilder is Hall of Fame, da, 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 da. And I realized she's one of the Hall of Fame panelists that she helps vote if people are going to get in or not. And she basically, I just said all my stuff. I said, listen, if he gets in first ballot, I'm not ever taking the Hall of Fame credible again. I don't care, mate. Yeah, he's fought no one, and she was like, she had to agree and go, I don't think he gets in first ballot either. She said he may get in, but she said basically they have. So if he's nominated, you've got 10 years before you're thrown off the list. So you've got 30 tries. It's quite a lot of tries because I think they do like 3 years 3 times a year they see who's going to be nominated or whatever. So after those cycles, if you don't make that ballot, then you got next year. If you don't make that after, if you don't even get nominated in it again, then you just don't get nominated again. But she was quite in agreement. So it's not first ballot. And shouts out to D-Star, but D-Star was like, he deserves to go in the Hall of Fame because he did 10 title defenses. I'm like, so what?
Say that again.
My friend said he should. My friend said Deontay Wilder should get into the Hall of Fame because he's done 10 title defenses.
Who did he fight?
Nobody.
Exactly.
except for 8 of them were, like I said, voluntaries. Then he had Tyson Fury, so that's the only name he lost. He has no signature win. Like, he doesn't have a signature win.
Okay, I know what you get.
Yeah, he doesn't have a signature win, and the level of competition that he's fought, some of them are not. Some people are unranked. Even as a champion, when he rematched Bermain Stavern, who he got the belt from, Bermain Stavern wasn't even in the top 500. He was unranked, totally unranked.
Yep, was coming off an appalling fight with a journeyman where he barely managed to squeak by. Took a 2-year layoff. Was actually he just recycled and moved up to the mandatory position. Ridiculous.
What did you say, Beats?
No, he was a mandatory contender actually. Right.
Yeah.
You might be careful crafting by the WBC.
It would have voluntary.
Yeah, he was a Mando, but this is the thing. Like when he was unranked though. When he came in, he was like,
you can't be unranked if you're
when he was the mandatory. Listen, but when he came back, they put him in a rank, but he wasn't ranked. After he got beat by Deontay Wilder the first time and got the belt, he dropped completely out of. We're not doing like, we're talking, we know, top 10 rankings. I get it. I got it. But there's a whole ranking list of box for 500 of the world, and Anthony Joshua's on it. Our heavyweights are on it. They're placed. Dillian White's on it. Like, where you place in the entire world as a heavyweight, right? Everyone's got that. Bermain Stavern got put into mandatory. He came in after he got beat by Deontay Wilder the first time. He weren't even ranked. He didn't even hold a ranking. He just literally, there was just 499 better fighters than him that was ranked. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Some fighters get moved up, like Dillian White. I forget where he was. He was like, Dillian White's like, like number.
He was tough.
Wasn't it like he number 1 contender for like more than like 1,000 days?
The whole 500 rankings we did, I think Dillian White was something like, like number 60 or something. 60
Dylan was tough. He just did uppercut.
Anthony Joshua, I think Usyk. Now they're in like the top 50, like of the world, of everybody. Like they're like in the top. Well, I mean, they're in the top 10. Like, do you know what I mean? Because of what they are. And then you got like the Dillian Whites, but this goes down. The rankings goes down to the top. It's the top 500. And if you look at Deontay Wilder's career, AJ, which we have, and we're going to have to finish it, right, to look at his career, because we've did 2 episodes and we've got another one to do.
Okay.
And he's literally, like I said, he's fighting light heavyweights, super middleweights. These guys were not even ranked. Half of them was not. He did title defenses with people that weren't even ranked in the top 100. I mean, you did. So,
Who was fighting them?
Deontay Wilder.
Oh, right. Okay.
So what I'm saying is, people arguing about this geezer should be going to the Hall of Fame. I appreciate everybody's got an opinion, but you're going to have to base your opinion on some kind of like facts or some kind of something solid. Surely you can't just say, as a boxing pundit, boxing person, like, I'm seeing people just because you did 10 title defenses. Listen, if that's what the Hall of Fame allows you into 10 title defenses, I was telling him, you got that, the guy from Germany, what was his name? I was talking about him, Sven, 20 title defenses in Germany. Right? He did 20. He's not in the Hall of Fame. So do you know who I'm talking about, Beats?
Yeah, Sven Otka.
Yeah. So why ain't he in the Hall of Fame? Oh, because Deontay Wilder did 10. Sven did, look, it's like a tongue twister. Deontay Wilder did 10. Then comes Sven. Then comes Sven. Sven did 20. He's not in it because it's about the level of opponent. How that you do your successful title defense and runs with. Your resume is muy importante. It's important. Yeah. Yes. So miss me with this. Deontay Wilder should be in the Hall of Fame, because if he is, then you're right. It is a money thing, and I'm not. And Sham won't be backing him, and I've left the bill dizzy. I think I'm coming from a place of some kind of fact. And
no, Chan, you are. I mean, because like, look, listen to this. So like, all right, so I looked it up, right? All right, so after Bermain Stavern loses, right, He until Deontay Wilder in November of that same year fights Derek Rossi, who's a journeyman. I heard he struggled against him badly, barely scraped by with a win.
Yep.
Doesn't fight for another 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
Then he's the mandatory for Deontay Wilder.
Get bought in. Then he got bought in, like Beat said. You can't be a Mando without being ranked. Yeah. So he fell out of the rankings totally. The WBC paid their money, put him in the rankings. You know, we've seen it. It happens now.
Yeah. I mean, but that doesn't get you. That shouldn't get you a mandatory.
Deontay Wilder to knock him out because he didn't knock him out the first time. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but that fight was just, oh Lord, that rematch, boy.
Yeah. You know, maybe he gets in on the premise that he was a bronze medalist. That's all. What there's other people. I mean, there's argument that you know the criteria is just changed, and I mean, but all I'm saying is if he gets in, it's not going to be first ballot because the lady was saying that we'll have this presented to us. We'll have like she said or whatever she was like. So there'd be Joshua, Fury, and Usyk and Wilder, and we have to pick 3 out of those for first ballot. Joshua Fury Wilder, she said, would get in first ballot. Joshua Fury Usyk would get in first ballot if those are the 4 selections that we have to pick up. Wilder's not get. She said Wilder's not. I wouldn't pick Wilder first ballot out of that. She said them 3 guys are first ballot. Like they'd be first ballot Hall of Fame. Yeah. Fury's resume's trash, but he's got signature win and he's had every belt that you can win. Right.
True.
So I get it. I got it. Usyk, you know, he's going to be.
Then no more needs to be said about Usyk. Like he's a shoe in. Like nothing needs to be said.
Anthony Joshua, 2-time unified heavyweight champion, golden Olympian, 12 championship fights. Yeah. So listen, and more to come. So if he gets the belt this time, then he'll be a 3-time heavyweight champion, which was only done, I think, by back in the day. Was that? I think Evander Holyfield was. Right.
Yeah, Josh, he's made 7 defenses in total of the unified title. So 7,
and then but in 12 championship fights.
Yeah.
Wow. So So listen, that is going to be, and you're still building and doing more. Because obviously their careers are still going on. So, you know. But what we're saying, that's a good start. So far, we can see, you're probably heading to the Hall of Fame, you guys. But you can't say the same story for Wilder. There isn't a case for it. There just isn't.
You do. You got a point. Point.
If he gets in first ballot, Hall of Fame is discredited to me. And I had to say it to the lady. I said, sorry. She followed me on Twitter afterwards. She was like, so I must have said some right shit because she followed me after that. Like,
because Chad, like, you know how everybody just propped up Luis Ortiz as part of the narrative. But do you know how I know this worked? I was talking to a guy I know who's a casual, pretty much. I mean, he knows boxing, but he's kind of more like a casual. We were arguing about Deontay Wilder's resume, just having a debate about it, and I just told him Wilder's beat nobody of note. He hasn't.
Right.
Then I said, don't tell me he beat Luis Ortiz. And he just drops dead silent. And he was just silent. And I asked him, you were going to say Luis Ortiz, weren't you?
Yeah,
he was looking at me like, you were. Yeah.
Luis Ortiz, his best win, Bright Jennings, never been a champion in his whole life. Then you step up, you fight Tyson Fury. You lost. You got beat. You stepped up 3 times, mustered a draw, lost 2 times, got beat down to the guards. Yeah. Then you fought Joseph Parker. He pitched a 12-round shutout. Then you fought ZHANG, who is rated in the top 10. You got knocked out. So who is your signature? Who did you beat? The Hall of Fame's going to have to look at that. You never unified in the 4-belt era.
Never even tried.
Even though you had the opportunity, because they're going to have to look at this, that you had the opportunity, multiple opportunities,
several
to unify, to unify with Joshua, to be undisputed. You never tried to do that. You didn't fight the people that were in your era. Pay it in mind, he turned pro 2008, Joshua 2013. But yet Joshua musters to be a unified champion heavyweight, not once, but twice. In the Buddhism. Stop it, man. Leave me alone. You see this? This is what I do.
Joshua put his punches together better than all of those guys. His
listen,
defense, though, he lacks defense.
yeah,
But
his
he put his
defense.
punches together better than all of those boxers.
I'm just waiting just to see this achievements of how. Yeah, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame of excuses. G-Man said,
Okay.
of course. Yeah, Wilder, for real. So yeah, I just want to know: is everybody at the? It beats. You've been quite quiet. Is Deontay Wilder Hall of Fame? Your honest opinion. You always give
Hall of Fame, isn't it? So it's not like all time great. So maybe for his popularity in America, they might put him in there. You know, because he scored a lot of knockouts. America haven't had much in the heavyweight division since Tim's era.
Well,
I mean,
who did he get the knockouts against?
Exactly, Beats. He didn't knock out no one. He's not.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just hype, and it's fame and hype and
But
popularity.
that shouldn't get you. I don't think that gets you into the Hall of Fame, surely. No. Because there's a lot of fighters that knocked people out on the trot. Loads. They're not in the Hall of Fame. And yes, there are people. I found out that why certain people are in the Hall of Fame that shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame is that sometimes they're kind of pressured to pick the best out of a bad bunch.
Let me add this, though.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the Hall of Fame conventions are in America. They're not going to run them and not have American boxers in there. So, you know, like now there's a lot of Eastern Europeans and the Brits have been running things in boxing. America need a representation. And
he just won't be first ballot. He may get in on what you're saying, but just not first ballot. Because that's the argument. I think he does get in. That's the sad thing. I think he does get in, but I just like the lady from the panel. She just doesn't think it's first ballot either.
Well, you know, you got to win. You got to win some big fights with big names, and the guys that he really won against, nobody knows them unless I just don't remember guys.
No, we don't know them. Tell me, John A. Wilder's. Who's the guys that he fought that you remember? Name 15 guys that are memorable fights that John A. Wilder. I could probably name them because I know his resume, but like the general masses, no one knows who they are. No one knows who they are.
Yeah, but I really feel bad that this guy got one of the strongest and accurate right hands in boxing history. I'm not saying he's the number one, but he's up there with the right hand, but couldn't get taught all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was the big difference. He just had the right hand, no defense. He didn't even have a good jab. He depended on that. And that is really bad. That's what's really bad about his situation. Was why we're debating whether he should be Hall of Fame. He could have been Hall of Fame if he knew what to do with that left side.
Easily.
Everything was the right. Everything was the right hand.
Yeah, everything's right hand. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, I'm afraid I just don't see how he gets in. If he gets in, just everybody should get in then. Just throw everyone in.
Because, I mean, Chan, I know this is a sensitive topic what I'm about to bring up, but Arturo Gatti.
Okay.
Great fighter back in his day. I mean, it was never an important fight.
No problem. I have to cut everybody that always tries to talk about Arturo Gatti being there.
He's a tough warrior.
But I'm just saying it's like but like great fighter, like always was never a boring fight. Love to watch him fight, ex-champion, multi-title champion. But is he really Hall of Fame worthy? Because like I think he got in because of the War Trilogy.
Yeah,
and those weren't even title fights. Those weren't even title fights.
Well, at least they was Hall of Fame. I would give it to him. I've got never a problem. That was Impact alone. Those Mickey Moore trilogies. Okay. That was Hall of Fame worthy performance.
And like I said, those weren't even title fights at all. I don't know what they should have been.
They weren't. But I mean, in the cycle, you can't deny that when you think of Arturo Gatti, you think of Mickey Moore, you think of those trilogies.
Yep.
Off rip, doesn't matter how far you insert yourself in boxing or how shallow or how deep. Arturo Gatti, the trilogy.
That wasn't the best trilogy of that era. Then it was Rafael Marquez and who was the other guy?
Something Limon.
Now, I don't know. That Arturo Gatti and
Mm.
that fight they had was big.
I think they fought 4 times. They fought 4 times.
They
Right?
fought
Beats?
4 times, right?
Yeah.
No, Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward fought 3 times. The guy that
No, Chan. He Beats was talking about Rafael Marquez and somebody
4
else.
times. He's saying.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Marquez.
Marquez and who else? I forgot the guy's name, man.
Hold on, I'm looking him up now. Let me see.
Look him up, AJ.
Israel Vasquez. Israel Vasquez.
Yeah.
They fought 4 times, and those were, oh my God, yeah.
When you watch them fights, it'll make Gatti and Ward look tame, bro. I tell you that now. They had a trilogy. It'll make it look tame.
Yeah, I could imagine. Yeah, I think maybe I could have even.
Oh, no, they fought 4 times. They fought 4 times.
Yes, quadrilogy. That's what I said.
Quadrilogy.
Yeah. I mean, but Arturo Gatti, sis, he was in a few fight of the years. I have no problem. I have no problem with Gatti being in the Hall of Fame. No problem.
Facts matter. So if we're going to have a conversation, we have to agree that there's some things that are just true. Facts and data matter.
Shouts out to Kevin Samuels. It's true. This is what we deal with: facts, stats, and data. You know, that's what it is. No problem with Arturo Gatti. People like to say, well, what about Arturo Gatti being in there? Yeah, what about him? He deserves rest in peace as well. He deserves it. Don't mention a great like or Arturo Gatti and question him in the same sentence as a Deontay Wilder. That's a fucking disrespect to Arturo Gatti, in my opinion. Don't question Arturo Gatti for being in the Hall of Fame. Sorry, you shouldn't. Sorry. People shouldn't do that when they're trying to level it up against Wilder. I see people do that all the time. Nah, I'll checkmate you. Arturo.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I brought him up. I mean, just because a lot of people just point that out too. I've heard
always throw that out. Israel, what you say? Israel Vasquez and Rafael Marquez.
Yep.
Marquez, yeah. Lisa said it.
I mean, that's one Marquez's brother. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, so those are big. I mean, Beats, you got a point. But I mean, you're saying Deontay Wilder probably will get in, or that what you're saying, basically, isn't it, Beats?
Right. The Hall of Fame thing is based in America. They need American-based fighters in there, or nobody's going to check for it over there.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is that all Deontay Wilder had the show was his right hand. Everybody talks about the knockouts with his right hand, but he has nothing else.
Tell me about it.
I love the brother.
Yeah.
And
I don't.
I think he did really good, but he was deprived by all the people that was around him, praising him, not knowing that he needed help. He
loved it, and he caused a great.
But he didn't know no better. He
caused such division. Well, you know, even Beats will know it from the depths that he's been on YouTube way longer than me. I've been on YouTube since the end of 2020. In beginning of 2021 is when I opened this show, right? So I came in the depths of Glovegate, of Deontay Wilder accusing Tyson Fury and the Nevada State Commission and Mark Breland for poisoning him and this, that, and the other. I came in this, and you see the Deontay Wilder fanboys, you see the comments, and you see like it was a constant battle. I had death threats. I had listen, it was sickening. If you used to see my comment section and my live streams used to be lit just with Deontay Wilder fanboys coming in, calling me all types of whore, all types of I'm Eddie Hearn's bed winch, I'm this, I'm a Sambo, I'm a coon. All of this they used to put back a gun till iPhone changed it. You could have a gun, and then they would change it to a water pistol. So they used to have water pistol emojis in my comments with coffins. I used to get told, "Oh, don't come to Florida because we'll chop you up and feed you to the gators." Like literally sickening. And I used to have to go. I went on LDBC channels where they tried to mock me, and I had to like try and battle them with my logic and my stats and my data, and it was crazy. And I stood firm, right? Because I said, listen, this guy is a hype job. He is going to be found out. I don't care what you guys are saying. They was like, Joshua's shit. He's trash. He's this. You guys ain't even black because you're from the UK. You're not really black. I went through all of that, right? All of that. And I just kicked back. And because I knew this day would come, and the day came. And when he got beat down by Joseph Parker, right? And Joseph Parker pitched a shutout. People came to my channel and said, do you know what? Shouts out to you, because Shan, you was one of the people I saw from day when you come on. Beats will have his story because Beats was thickly in it. He saw it from its inception. I came in when it was, do you know what I mean? That you said what you said, and you kept on saying this is gonna happen and he's gonna get exposed, and the expose was in the Buddhism.
Before the fan base he developed, right? And I had interviews with Wilder before all of them guys. I've got
tell us about it. Tell us what your experience was with this happening, in how it incepted from them being jealous of Klitschko and AJ fight. Go ahead.
Inexperience.
Yeah.
I know you got it. Inexperience. Yeah. The professional people, he didn't have enough around them. No, I know you want. He gonna let him. I just want to really say this. I would say this in 10 seconds. He didn't have people from the past, good people around him to tell him what to say and not to say after the fights, even in public. Things that's gonna help build him up. I'm not mad at these other people or have anything against them. They just didn't have the knowledge to tell him not to say certain things and act a certain way. Yo, I lost a fight. I'm going to do better next time. I'm going to go back to camp. I'm going to come back and kick some booty. He didn't have people. So that's why you got all this stuff going on. They didn't do that with us back then.
Yeah, and I remember all these geezers like
making
you.
Excuses.
Look, I'm like, because I've got a really good memory for the most part. It seems to be flailing me at a little minute. Maybe I'm getting old now. I don't know, into the 4th decade, and that's what happens. The Messenger 215. I remember loads of these names, and I remember everybody's names. And I remember when some people dissed me and they've come back on my channel with the same name, and they've just acted like they didn't. I remember each and every one of yous lot. I remember all of yous lot. Messenger, yep, got it. Some of them try to change their name, but you're right. I used to question you about Wilder, but I never disrespected you. I'm bomb squad for life. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but you'd come around and just be always just, you can be bomb squad for life, but I'm facts over feelings for life. That's what I do with.
Say that again, Chan.
I'm facts over feelings for life. This is the sport of boxing. Do you know how many boxers that I've liked and they retired? So what are you going to do when Deontay Wilder retires? I grew up watching Mike Tyson. That's why I'm in boxing. Mike Tyson retired. Did I go, well, I'm never going to watch boxing again? And then I liked Floyd Mayweather. He was my guy. And I loved all of these guys. My dad was from your era. Loved Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
All we ever heard of. My stepdad was Mike Tyson. That's how I really got introduced about the age of maybe about 5 or 6 years old, right? So listen, they've all left the building. I'm still in boxing. When Anthony Joshua goes and Bud Crawford, because they're on the end, they go, we move. You guys are fanboys. You lot are girlier. You lot have got more estrogen than me, for sure. For sure. You have to have periods. How are your periods? Every month. They've got to have periods. Because these cats, they call me, by the way, that was the thing that I was transgender. So that was the thing I was, I'm transgender. I'm Lady Tran. I'm Lady Man. This was all from the Deontay Wilder lot, just because.
All because they're upset.
Because of a guy that doesn't even know that you fucking exist. You total, utter losers. And I'm so glad that your Kang has got beat to the gods and humiliated, and everything probably that Beat said, myself said, and other boxing content creators that really fucking know boxing were happy and were glad when he leaves, because you guys are not really boxing fans. Because when we talk about anything else, y'all don't show up in the comments because y'all don't know shit about fucking boxing. So when your Kang leaves, I can't wait. He takes you with him. Fuck out here in the beauty zone.
I mean, because
Wait.
because Tim, like you were saying about Deontay Wilder, like how he, seems like a nice. See, where he didn't really help his case was how he co-signs the BS that his fans say. I mean, like I could understand that because after he got beat by Fury, the excuses came, but then he took he kind of went MIA for like a few months, but then he comes out and starts with the usual BS co-signing what fans are saying, and it's like this dude, he ain't learned at all, man, and he's not gonna learn. And
he ain't, and that's why we don't like him, Tim.
No, you got to have somebody around him telling him to forget about that negative stuff and go on with the positive. So he's going to say all these negative things, and it's not going to really look what we're talking. We're talking, and we're not talking positive about him. So,
but Tim, he wants yes men around him. That's all he wants. That's all he wants.
He got to have a senior citizen around him telling him that's wrong.
There was one. There was one, Mark Breland, and he got rid of him.
No, Mark Breland. I'm not talking about Mark. Somebody be older than him. See, Mark, I know Mark, and Mark don't have the wisdom to tell him to do stuff to tell him, hey, man, you got to do this. Because Mark is young, too. Mark is young. I had the old people around me say, no, man, Tim, forget about that. Let's get in shape and go whip some butt. Don't, we ain't talking. You didn't hear that much of, and carry on like this. Well, you did have the media and stuff. It's easy to get on the podcast. But it don't make no sense, man. Don't make no sense. It makes you look bad. All that stuff, Wilder and them people they doing. A lot of people don't like it.
We're going to address this comment.
Please.
And you're 55 years old, the messenger, so you're way older than me. You're actually old enough to be my father. That's quite crazy. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, you'd be a young dad, but you can actually be my dad. Wild, right? So, from my... I take it you mean understanding, or maybe you do mean inner standing because it's Deontay Wilder and it's in your soul like that. AJ Dutt, it's D-U-E. I guess grammar isn't your favourite thing. Maybe do to Eddie. Now listen, people that make the offers cannot be the one that's ducking you. You lot have gone around for years talking about Anthony Joshua ducked Deontay Wilder. Let's just have this clear. The first offer was 12 milli. Deontay Wilder said, and that was the most he'd ever had made in all of his 31 bum-ass fights. Let's have that right, yeah? That was a buyout, no upside. He said, no, it's a slave. It's a slave deal.
You serious? He turned down Anthony for 12 million.
12. So listen to this, Tim. Wow. They came back. All right, we'll give you 12.5. Let me give you some upside. No, I need to be 50-50 with you, Joshua. This time, Joshua's got 3 belts. Deontay Wilder's done nada except for beat fucking Bermain Stabern. And Joshua's trying to unify to do undisputed 12.5. He said, no, I need to be 50-50. So then Anthony Joshua said, all right, then, mano. Here's 15 million plus upsides, and we do 50-50. Deontay Wilder said, no. So they came back and offered him 120 million. 80 million was to fight Joshua twice, and the other 30 million was to fight Dominic Brazil, who was in title contention.
It's mandatory.
Deontay Wilder, and that was a DAZN offer. 120 million, right? For 3 fights, right? He said no. In the end, he went and fought Dominic Brazil, even though Anthony Joshua had fought him on his come up, knocked him out. He fought Dominic Brazil for like $1 million. When you could have got 30 just for him, and then 80 to fight Joshua twice for unification. He said no. So don't tell me. Then he came with his, I'll fight Josh. So they said to Joshua, what will it take then for Wilder to fight, for you to fight Wilder? We've tried. Well, tell him to give me 50 million. His little minions heard that. Do you know what they did, Tim? Deontay Wilder, do you know what he did? He wrote an email to Eddie Hearn and said, I've got 50 million, sign it by tomorrow, 24 hours, you've got 24 hours. Like, that's like me, Tim, sending you an email. I send you an email and say, Tim, I've got 10 milli for you. Do you want it? You got to hurry up. where's the 10 million coming from? Where's the 50 million coming from? Why is it the fighter emailing the fighter's promotion company and not your team to his team to say, listen, they send contracts, this is what we want to do? And then he said, we're going to do it on BT. Now, anybody knows at the time, Anthony Joshua was signed exclusively to only fight on Sky. So he couldn't have ever fought on BT at all. So then Frank Warren came out and said, no, I don't know, like really that can't happen. So they've used this one little fairy tale story. There you go. It's some angel dust.
Yep. By the way,
you lot are on angel dust. It's not fairy dust. You're on some angel dust. Yeah. Like, yeah.
By the way, Chan, sorry. Go ahead.
So they've lived off of this stupid story. Everything I've told you is a stat, is a fact, is a piece of data. So drop me the messenger because your message is lost in translation. You don't get it. You're in delusion and you should feel embarrassed that you're old enough to be my dad and still writing things that saying AJ ducked Wilder, maybe due to Eddie. Maybe due to you just are deluded.
Hey, wait. Maybe due to Eddie Hearns, that might be. See, the management. No, real quick. The management.
Eddie Hearns is the one that gave the offers. How can the one that is offering? If I say to you, here's money, and I've got, here's this, Tim, and I give you this.
No, you're right. 10 seconds.
And you say.
Now Tyson, real quick, 10 seconds. Tyson would have fought me, but his management turned me down. So no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, this is Deontay Wilder's side. If I say, take this, and you say, no, I don't want it, I'm the one making you the offer. You're the one declining it, right? So the person that's making you the offer clearly isn't ducking. I'm not too old for insults. You're too old to be a fanboy. I'm actually young enough to be your kid, mate. That's another fact. That's burning your soul. But you know what I mean? You can be Teflon. You could be Teflon in insults. You can't spell. Your grammar's poor. You're old enough to be my dad. And you're a fanboy of Deontay Wilder. And you're old enough to be his dad. So I don't give a... It's not insults. I'm not insulting you. It's facts.
Is somebody insulting you right now? Is somebody talking to you?
By the way, Chan, just right quick, could you blow up this photo, my profile pic, please?
The messenger,
Yeah, the messenger. Let's get to AJ's thing. The messenger with no message. And then you talk about people too old for this and people too old, and I don't come over to your channel and insult you. It's not insulting, but you come over to my channel and you chat shit. That's what you do. I'll fight the whole chat for 50 mil except him. No, we've turned it down. We don't want it. We're not in your land of delusion. We don't operate. We operate from a place of facts. Please don't bring any of us, all my chat, all my channel, or my panel into your delusion. Because you're only here because the title said Deontay Wilder. If the title said anything else other than Wilder, the messenger, you are not here. So when Deontay Wilder leaves, I can't wait till he drags you with him. And you can go as well, because I doubt I'll see you again.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Remember that? So he claims that never heard Wilder duck AJ. Could be true. I heard AJ turned down 50 million. Do you have proof? I don't. Well, there it is. From the horse's mouth.
When the fight was a draw, he was talking to Tyson Fury. I told you that I would give you a rematch. You know I was offered more money to fight Joshua than I was getting to fight you. Again, being a man of my word, I fought you. Like I said I would. Listen, you show these people this all the time. Do you know what they say? And Deontay Wilder, by the way, he deleted the tweet. And Eddie Hearn retweeted it and said, I thought AJ ducked you. Now you tell these you tell these guys these facts, yeah, Tim, and it's hardcore proof in their face, and they still turn around and say Joshua ducked him.
Yeah, they act like it doesn't exist at all. They act like it doesn't exist.
I just can't deal with these types of people.
No, we didn't do all that back in my day. We didn't do all that.
Yeah, you do. I just can't deal with these types of people. Like I spent 4 years getting rid of you lot. You lot are gone now. I won. People like me won. We told you so, we told you so, we told you so. We told you Deontay Wilder has no fundamentals, and as soon as he comes out of the witness protection program, he's going to get his ass beat. And now you've seen him have 4 back-to-back knockouts. Near enough. Okay, there was one little, he did a Robert Elanius. My bad. Yeah, in one round, his sparring partner. So if you're not here for boxing, and that goes for you, the messenger, you're 55 years old. Thank you for coming over. But if you're not here for boxing, you're only here for Deontay Wilder. Unfortunately, there's not going to be many more shows about this guy. He's not Hall of Fame. He wasn't pivotal in the heavyweight division. He knocked out 40 bums and got exposed. So over here, we're not going to be continuously talking about Deontay Wilder. So you can stay and come over if you want to learn about the sport of boxing all day. I'll be happy because I know I can school you mofos. I do the schooling clearly when it comes to fanboyism. Yeah.
Give me 10 seconds. I do believe if Deontay Wilder strengthen all this up, learn defense more than defense, he got the right hand, strengthen that jab up, get somebody in there to show him how to move his shoulders and slip, do that for 2 or 3 months, come back and fight, you'll see a big difference. Somebody that's behind him. I've seen it done before. It can give him a new leaf. He just don't have no belief in Malik or Breland. He didn't do that. I know it can be done. Huh?
Sorry, champ. Sorry, I'm gonna have to disagree.
I've seen it done before.
And it can be done. Just not with this cat. Okay. Like, what I'm just saying is that in his whole package in its entirety, we're just sick of this guy. We're sick of the divisiveness that he brought to the YouTube boxing community. He made it pitch that Black UK versus Black America, instead of embracing that everybody's black, that no matter where you are, I walk into a room, I'm black, you're black, Wilder's black. The only thing that's different is we've got different accents. It's the only difference. My accent isn't my ethnicity. It's an accent. It's my nationality. So when I was thrown about telling me I'm a whore and I'm not black and Joshua's not black and you guys are lesser than less and your sambos and your buck dancers and all of this, because we don't really talk all that slavery talk around here. We just don't. Yeah, we're not doing the victim Olympics. We know our past, but we're trying to go through the future. And when you get cats like this, well, I'm glad you came to see Terrible Tim, but don't come back if you're not here for boxing in future. I won't miss you. I won't. I'm just telling you, you're welcome to come if you want to talk about boxing. I didn't call you out your name. I just told you facts, because then you came and told me about this ducking business, and then you had terrible spelling. Everything, that's not calling you out your name. Everything I said is facts. Your spelling wasn't right. I had to decipher what you were saying. You just don't like the facts. And that's what makes it sad with people like you. You should have never even admitted that you're 55 years old. Look, I'm taking time out, and this is what happens. Tim, this is what happens in my shows.
I think you and the messenger could get along.
They come and do these types of things in my shows.
I think you and him could get along, though. I
don't have time to. I'm not here for get along, gang. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Like, I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't give a fuck, Tim.
Okay.
You know when you've had enough.
I think he should apologize and talk to you. Try to find a way to talk. You're a good person. I think
I've had enough. Is what I'm saying. I just have enough of these idiots for 4 years doing the same old shit. Banging, coming in, gun threats, death threats, you're this, you're a whore. I've had enough. So now that, So now I'm telling them stats, facts, and data, and nothing ever changed. I've had enough. So I don't give 2 fucks. Okay, AJ. I don't give 2 fucks about no Deontay Wilder. He created a big divisive community, and it's tarnished, and everybody's trying to get along and get better. He created a thing, and he went along with it, that he was the bronze bomber. Shout out Joe Louis, the brown bomber. You should have never tried and take his name, and you do your bullshit and pitch black people against black people and stuff like that. For that, I'll never forgive him. For that, if you don't publicly apologize to Mark Breland, I ain't ever forgiven you. So I don't care what he can do, what he wants to do, what he should do. I think he's done. He's folded up like an old lawn chair, and he needs to leave the fucking building. Sorry for my bad language, Tim, because I feel bad.
No. There's not enough experience and old timers around to explain to these young guys not to say these things. And this is why we are in. I came up with a borderline where I was with a lot of the old guys, and all this language, this negative stuff that these guys are saying, that's really not good and disrespectful. I don't think the brother should call you out your name. I got 5 daughters. And I protect my daughters, and you got a beautiful show. And I think the brother should apologize to you for saying all these things and try to. I think you should accept it and let him go on. But that's not cool for him to do that. You're a beautiful person, and I think that you didn't come on here with no negative stuff.
I just come with facts. So when we talk about facts, I do my show.
He apologized.
Yeah,
he apologized.
Shouts out to you. Shouts out. You apologize.
Yeah, I like that. There you go.
By the way, sorry.
I'll run, AJ.
But one thing before I just want to say this before I go. You asked me. I just want to give my 2 cents about Wilder retiring. I think he should. I think he should get rid of Malik Scott. Not that he's going to, because I think that he's too unintelligent and he won't humble himself enough to do so. Sadly, this guy is probably the most delusional world champion, if not boxer, I've ever seen. And if you look up delusion in the dictionary, you're going to see a big poster or picture of Teofimo Lopez. But if you look at that real close, he's actually holding up a picture of Deontay Wilder.
Whoa.
So.
who is?
Oh, Teofimo Lopez. It's like you look up delusion in the dictionary, it's going to show Teofimo Lopez. But if you look at that picture, he's holding up a photo of Deontay Wilder.
The 2 deluded cats going. I know. But go ahead, AJ. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much, Chan. I love you. Great show. Tim, always a pleasure. I hope to have you back.
Yes, I will.
Yeah. Tim's gonna come and hang, and I'm actually gonna do one-on-one with Tim and talk about his whole career, and we'll talk about
cool.
The people that
also Beats, always a pleasure.
I usually do that, but you're so cool to hang out on panels, Tim. That's
why
going
to be on the next one, because I got to get my daughter some.
Yep. We closing it out. We closing it. We got to let AJ go first, and then I can do my close out. I'm going to let you go and you're on the thing. Bye, AJ. Thank you. Hello.
That's my grandbaby. You can't see her. There she goes.
Let me blow it up. Hang on, I might can. Bye, AJ. Let me blow it up. Stay there.
It's all right. There she go. That's Nova.
Hi, Nova. Hello, Nova. Nova's in the booth.
I'm gonna call you back. Okay, I'm gonna call you back. I'm doing the podcast. All right, boo boo. See you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my oldest. That's my oldest.
Shouts out to
no, she's the youngest, but her mom is my oldest.
Yeah. That's
hey,
that's name.
That was pretty good. As well, man.
Yeah. Thank you,
great, man.
I gotta go too. I gotta finish cooking for my baby, but this is beautiful.
Beats, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Beats. Looking forward to the next one, Beats.
Yeah, you can bounce.
All right, champ. All right, thank you.
See you later. Thank you. Oh. Boxing Beats and Rhymes lift the Buddhism. I want to thank you so much. Yeah, I know. They're great people. AJ and Boxing Beats and Rhymes. I love hanging on Boxing Beats and Rhymes channel as well. Tim, you are amazing. You just stay amazing.
Thank you.
I always appreciate you. You can hit me to see what's up with it, and we can sort some stuff out.
I understand. When it's something happened in this conflict, I like to solve conflicts so people would be cool with each other. There's some people that are like, never. But I'm like that, and I always try. I don't care if it's the worst case. I would try to make them be friends, and if they don't, I just go about somewhere. But I always encourage people to try to make up, be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did.
salute
You did.
Tim.
Salute Tim. What's up, Beats? And yeah, you know, he's giving everybody
Okay.
a highlight. But yeah, thank you for
No
this. Is
problem.
you know, this is these are the things that I had went through. So you know, sometimes you just hit to the top. But
No,
thank
you said, listen, you said how you feel. This is your show, and you don't have to be disrespected. And
yeah,
the brother, like you talk to the brother, apologize. Let's see
yeah,
if you keep the apology going and be
and
friends.
it's
Because
all
that's wrong to do that to you. He know it. He know
yeah.
it. He's
I
a
mean,
supporter. He's a supporter of somebody. He have to show respect so they can
just
respect
so
the person
respect.
he's supporting.
Yeah, so we can like you, Deontay Wilder. We want to, but
Yeah.
this is making us not want to like you. But yeah, I just want to thank you for coming
Okay.
on, and I will catch you on the flip side. I'll hit you
Okay.
up. You know I'm here. So thank you so much.
All right,
Terrible.
love you guys.
Love you too. Mwah.
Love you. Thank
Bye,
you.
Tim.
See you at the next one.
And the next one for sure. Terrible Tim Witherspoon has left the room. Oh Lord. Yeah, you know, Lisa, you know how it goes, yeah. Shouts out to Tim Witherspoon, former 2-time heavyweight champion of the Wizzy world. Yeah, amazing. Thank you for boxing beats and rhymes, for coming through like the mug in Woo too. And as always, my compadre, AJ all day, and twice on a Sunday. AJ all day. He's amazing. And also, can we also just keep Kenny Ken in our thoughts? Text him in Kenny Ken. Yeah, he will be taking a little break. Family situation, family bereavement, unfortunately. And he has to, you know, obviously go through that process. I would ask you all to send nothing but positive vibes, loves, and prayers for Kenny Ken, who you know, guys. If you know my show, Kenny Ken is one of the nicest people that God put on the earth. Great guy. Yeah, so nice texts from him. So we deal with here stats, facts, and data at all times. You know, people don't like it. You know, there's other channels that you can go to. We don't do delusion. We like certain fighters, yeah, but you know, we even critique our fighters when needed. When Bud needed to be critiqued for certain things, when AJ needed to be critiqued for certain things, no fighter is above reproach. You know, it's sport of boxing. They're not bigger than boxing. So yeah, stats, facts, and data. Yeah, so I'm going to read the members only roll call. Let's do the members only roll call, shall we? Thank you, Stuart. I appreciate you. I can see on my screen to the left chat. Great show, Lady Shan. Yeah, I had fun. Longer than I was supposed to be, because I am actually tired. But you know, you guys always make it fun. Can you lot like the video? Can you lot at least put it on the algorithm? That's for free. Not asking for any money. That is for free. Can you like, comment, share? You know, all that YouTube corny jargon. For sure, it would help me out a lot. You help me, you help the channel, you know, and that helps you back. We will be doing a members only live show. You guys let me know when you want it. You can talk about the lovely world of boxing and anything else. Members only is everything goes. You should see our members. We used to have 9-hour lives. Damn. Okay, so we got Matt G in the Buddhism, Donald Banks DB in the Buddhism, lovely Adrian Nicole in the Buddhism, and in the boiler room in the Buddhism, Team Fatty, lovely Fatty in the Buddhism, Boxing God 7 in the Buddhism, Nephew for Real in the Buddhism, Freezer in the Buddhism, Hesse in the Buddhism, King Boxing, Lady Chang in the Buddhism, Dan 1983 in the Buddhism, Ricky Ricardo, mi hermano, in the Leticia, Yucky Sales. Modern King Boxing in the Buddhism. Mark Niggity Nash TV, what up, Mark? In the Buddhism. Zara K, what up, girl? In the Buddhism. Leon Figure, in the Buddhism. Don't touch your bum. Into Buddhism. The sister that never fails. Lisa Bales. Into Buddhism. Stephen T. Into Buddhism. Nestor Bedford. Into Buddhism. What up, nerd? What up, gangster? Retro boxing and documentaries. Blood boxing. Into Buddhism. Punchonery. Into Buddhism. My sister Artlet, Harlem's finest. Into Buddhism. These are boxing. Mi hermano también. Into Buddhism. AJLJ, thanks for being on panel, AJ. Into Buddhism. Charlo. Into Buddhism. King TJ, we're still waiting to do this fundraiser for King TJ, RIP. But Dr. P has been quite poorly, so I hope you're getting better and feeling better, so we can actually schedule in to do that, because we keep pushing it, but don't worry, we're gonna do it. So we have upload type el primero en el edificio. Ya tú sabes. And the world's finest, Dr. Paul, in the Buddhism. So I just thought there was another name. Okay, so this is how we end our show. You guys have been amazing, though. We've got 62 people left in the chat. Yeah, please all hit the like. I'm here. I tell the truth. None but truth. Help me. What?
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled to. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Because knowledge is what? Knowledge is key. Say it for Guan, say it for Guan.
So if it Guan, not bad to see nothing because nothing not a Guan. Look off your eyes, cause me make you come.
Them the like we win the like them.
Them not like me, some me not like them. Man, I figure set this straight and clarify. Put fire upon a pagan, aim for the cranium. Turn off the news, there's a bag of lies. Roast raised man, wanna inform up, fun Babylon and every one of them dirty guys. And if they wanna go around the order, I guarantee somebody's dropping flight.
And lastly, Ray, Wilder coming back, our American heavyweight coming back on the 15th. Is it hard to come back from a KO loss and still be
what is hard to come back is you gotta learn how to fucking box before you come back.
Come to do what I do best, that's that sight to give the fans what they want to see, At the end of the day, no one wants to see a 12-round fight. It's a whole bunch of heavyweights up here, and we're the hard hitters. And at the end of the day, people have things to do.
Still fighting to this day. To this day. To this day. You just sit here, you don't know what I'm.
Please get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
Hate it.
That's right. So yeah, what we do with all the fanboys. What do? We don't believe them. They need more people.
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
Well, yeah, throw them in the dirt. And like my man, Devin Samuels, where you there?
Facts matter. See, if we're going to have a conversation, we have to agree that there's some things that are just true. Facts and data matter.
Sí, la verdad. Estadísticas, hechos y datos es muy importante. Okay? Stats, facts, and data. Very important. Okay? You always remember that. Shouts out to Kevin Samuels, RIP. Entonces, recuerda, mi gente del mundo, mi gente de boxeo, estoy lista. Recuerda, estoy lista para ti, para todos. Siempre. Ya tú sabes. Yeah. Where is he? Let's go.
Listos para los chingazos. Listos para los chingazos.
Oh, bless him. I'll give you both. Guys, you've been amazing. It's been fun. Thank you so much for all hanging out with me. We have the stats, facts, and data. We have the Jerry. It wouldn't be a Lady Shan show without that, wouldn't it be? Thank you for Boxing Beats and Rhymes, the OG, for coming through like the mine woo. Always appreciative. I'll get some more guests and stuff to come and hang and do some interviews. You know, get back on horse. Sometimes, you know, I got. Sometimes you don't see me do my live. Other stuff comes up, things pop up. You know, sometimes it's Mother Nature. And then there's other stuff. So keep on the journey of what I'm doing, because I'm doing some exciting new stuff as well. So yeah. And then, you know, they're going to turn around and say, you don't know shit about boxing. Well, I beg to differ. You know, I beg to differ. Yeah, because you'll get to see me regularly and on other stuff, other big stuff. So shouts out to the journey. So anyway, I'm going to sign off in true Lady Shan fashion. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's Lady Shan nonetheless. Messenger, I accept your apology, by the way. Come box with Chan. Jan. Lady Shan. Terrible Tim Witherspoon. AJ all day. Boxing Beats and Rhymes. Guess what? We've left the booties in. Jan. Lady Shan. Fight.